And welcome everyone to the first game of the night. We are watching CMSA's 2026 season. It is season 3, and we're off.
Yeah, one summoner spell, but I'm sure you would have liked it.
The flash come in from Emo Loser. Sorry to interrupt you, DRK, as that is a beautiful trade for Lad Zululululus, who, well, no, Whitefire is stuck in place. It's first blood over to Emo Loser with the beautiful silence from Ritsu to keep them held in place. The Nami bubble, beautifully done to really tranquilize this, what otherwise would have been a beautiful dive. Ritsu forced to go behind all other members of their team as the Lysandra E comes through the flash W and the ult onto Ritsu, as Ritsu will die, but then so will Emo Loser to Dr. Fox PhD performing a lane kink in here. And oh, the charm comes out from Cookie Nabber, trying to continue the fight, it seems, but no. Dr. Fox PhD is going to be able to sit under their turret, as now it's a dive in the opposite direction. Dr. Fox PhD flashes forward with the Q, and Mina the Assassin now is forced to, just sit with the Lysandra passive on them, but the turret is going to reclaim at least one life back as Lysandra.
Yeah, this Nami actually hasn't died this game for how much Viego's been prioritizing her.
Okay, team fight in the mid lane as the W will come out from Jin, and that flash on Lysandra will take Ritsu's life as Nami secures the kill. Durganoon taking Sage inside of their ult, but then the slam coming up from King Yeti will take Durganoon's life on Mordekaiser right back as Cookie Nabber, trying to get away from Dr. Fox PhD, will fall to the bonk. And once again, a double kill as Dr. Fox PhD is stacking on them. 441 stacks on Nasus as the Chemtech Drake will arrive in just 5 seconds. And both... Oh, well, that was too quick even for me, as Mina the Assassin gets a solo kill onto Lysandra. And now...
That's a good pick.
A 5v4 as Durganoon able to engage onto Mina the Assassin, gets the kill there, but now Dr. Fox PhD running away from 4 members of the red team as Durganoon is just on the flank completely, able to shield themselves, but will it be enough as they seem to be alone here? Only Silveranti there to support them as Dr. Fox PhD and Whitefire were forced to flash away and run away. And now it's 4 members of the red team into just 3 on blue side as they are teasing out the Drake, knowing that Dr. Fox PhD does have Smite upgraded fully. We'll see. They don't seem to be too curious about the dragon. The W coming out from Jen will get Sage down, and Dr. Fox PhD Q will almost one-shot set as now Ritsu almost falling completely to just 1 Q. Nami will go down from Emo Loser, and now it is a kiting game. As seems like they are well equipped. They've got what they need to start these games. Mina the Assassin, Ritsu, Cookie Nabber, and Emo Loser collapsing onto Whitefire and Silveranti. We see the wave come out, but the ult will be popped by Ari, and that will be the end of Nami, as Mina the Assassin does use all of their abilities to get out of here safely. The curtain is called by Jin, but let's see if Lysandra will be able to be there in time. Cookie Nabber throws out that Zhonya's to avoid the damage from Lysandra as Emo Loser struggling on 10% of their HP, able to put out quite a lot of damage as we see now the King Yeti ult brings Mordekaiser into their team. It seems like a little bit of a misplay as now they are struggling to deal with Mordekaiser, and now it's 3 for 3 in that fight. Well played. Could be just a continuous siege from Blaine's Pirate Booty Baddies, or they could take the Elder for free.
Yeah, that 1-4 push was perfect. Okay,
we see the ult come out from Mina the Assassin, who then is swiftly denied by the curtain call. Of course, we saw Sage Emo Loser's ult come out, but it's not enough damage as Lysandra is able to just put so much out onto Cookie Nabber, and Dr. Fox PhD is able to ignore the damage. Durganoon does ult Cookie Nabber as now Ari is stuck standing still at the edge of the Mordekaiser ult. The Zhonya's comes out, and Durganoon not able to finish up Cookie Nabber, but instead Lysandra will go in to get the rest of it as the first Nexus turret has fallen and the second one is on its way. This is a win for Blaine's Pirate Booty Baddies in game 1. Welcome back, everyone, and we are starting right off with a pause. Just a little bit. Oh, but here we are. We're now ready to bring you the second game of the night as we watch Zyra Zaddies face off against Vigar's Victims. As we see here, Cake Monster going for the red buff of Ghost Orzhov here, as Ghost Orzhov forced off, as Cake Monster already has 2 buffs, but Ghost Orzhov may be staying, looking for it back. Oh, And we see King Monster able to take the buff, and now Ghost Orzhov forced away, but Medeo and Psy-Hero are here on the return as Frosty Penguins is here as well. Psy-Hero instead reaping the benefits and taking both of those buffs back to the mid lane. We're seeing, oh, heck, can we do a side mission here as Cake Monster gets onto Ghost Orzhov, but Medeo is there to root Cake Monster in response, and Frosty Penguins and the rest of Blue Team, all 5 members, are here as John decides not to back, instead opting to potentially wait to use their ult. We'll see if it's coming in tow, as the ult will come out from Cake Monster and Alicia to try to slow Ghost Orzhov down, and that will be almost the end of Ghost Orzhov's life, as third person able to get through onto Shades, and Shades will receive the ult instead of their ally Alicia, as it's 2 people down. Ghost Orzhov and third person will fall. Okay, Cake Monster forced out of that bush, as now Ghost Orzhov is here ready for Alicia seemingly to come over that wall, as the ult will land onto Ghost Orzhov and Shades will take the kill, as now Frosty Penguins has turned, trying to get onto C9 Snoops and succeeds, is then able to kill Cake Monster. Shades is able to get a double kill back onto them, but it will not be enough as Medeo secures the ace. It's a 3 for 5 in favor of Zyra Zaddies, as they will now take Soul Point. So, yep. Oh, we do see the Baron being started by the red side, and I mean, of course, they know Frosty is down here, so not able to ult in, as Baron is now at half HP. And from Blue's perspective, no clue that the Baron is being taken. Of course, we know. And there is very little in the pit. John able to get that blast plant out, as now Alicia looking to get a little bit of vision on where Blue side could be coming. The dragon is started. The ult comes out from Alicia and the Zhonya's. Psy-Hero is going to take that kill as Medeo launches their ult. Cake Monster struggling, trying to get the dragon low enough to smite, but it will go over to Cake Monster as red side wins the fight overall with some of the disengage. The black shield comes out, but still, third person going crazy in on Alicia. Alicia forced to flash away, not able to get the last bit of the stun out. Zhonya's, the third person, is going to fall, but Alicia is also going to fall to Frosty Penguins, and now back in the main side of the fight. Psy-Hero looking to get away from Cake Monster is able to flash away, and not flash away, but just get away, and Cake Monster will fall, and now it's 3 on 3 blue to red as Medeo quickly gets a double kill. And here now, C9 Snoops able to get out of that fight. It is just Medeo left on the blue side as John. Okay, Shades able to put out a lot of damage on the Ghost Orzhov. The ult comes out from Morgana as well, and that will be a simple kill, as now 3 members of blue team are down, and there's a beautiful wave for Veigar's Vixens as they take down the second of 3 inhibitors. And John able to get the E onto this third person forced to flash away and ult behind them as they tried to disengage, but let's see, Cake Monster nearly falling, will not. John is taking the turret on behalf of his team, and the first Nexus turret has fallen for Zyra Zaddies. The second, and now it is an open Nexus, but Psy-Hero is back trying to push the members of the red team away. Alicia will Zhonya's, but it may spell their demise as all of the damage comes out, but third person is going to fall to C9 Snoops as Frosty Penguins is back looking for extra damage, flashes onto C9 Snoops, gets the kill, and now Psy-Hero able to work through the Shen W and get a double kill, as it's going to be a coin flip here. This will decide the game, this match, as Medeo catches C9 Snoops out, and C9 is the first to fall as Psy-Hero able to secure that kill. It looks like Ghost Orzhov is going to have a very clean and easy time securing this soul, but we'll see what they can do as Shades takes that Zyra damage, and Cake Monster and John are looking for the flank around on the opposite side. Ghost Orzhov, thinking better of it, does not even sit inside the pit waiting for them, as now red side has priority over the pit somehow.
Yeah, blue team needs to go now.
Yeah, blue team is here with 5 members to red side's 4, as John is losing HP rapidly, falls as Alicia is able to get a stun onto Ghost Orzhov, but not before they fall to Psy-Hero. Now Cake Monster and Shades are the only 2 members left of red team, and blue team has secured the soul. Frosty going in onto Cake Monster gets the solo kill basically, and Shades is the only member left, gets hit by the greatest snowball ever, and Frosty walking straight at the Nexus with 0 minions at all. Still, the desire to end the game is there. I can feel it. Of Veigar's Vixens, and not providing enough leeway to stop this taking of the first of their Nexus turrets onto the next one, but without any minions here to tank, Ghost Orzhov is going to be taking these turrets and likely will fall there. And now let's see who's next. Medeo is the next one, but there are still 3 members of the blue team left whopping on this Nexus, and they will take the game. Zyra Zaddies will take game 2. Hello and welcome back. It is the final game of the night. We are watching the Ruby League. It is Lads Delulululus on the blue side against Jake's Jammers on the red side. And
I still haven't learned how Zahan works, so I'm just like, I'm guessing he has a lifesteal built.
Yes, he does. As Poggle gets first blood with a beautiful hook into their own turret, as King Yeti is left struggling to get even the minions with their passive in terms of output on the red side. But will they be able to withstand the split pushing Scion? Here we see Quaib and Periphery trying to 2v4, not knowing that what's coming. Doofies is able to get there with a 2-person ult and flash, and Mina the Assassin will be the first one to fall, as it's 1 for none, as there's a disengage now that Corpse Ride has entered the fight. The TP comes in from King Yeti, as they now know this is the Hextech Drake that they want to fight over still. Without their jungler though, they're just trying to keep Quaib off of it. Ooh, Quaib flash Qs in as King Yeti's HP starts to fall, and King Yeti is going to fall as Doofies gets hit by the Lux root into the right of the Arcane, and Periphery in danger there as Quaib also, Cookie Nabber able to get the kill there as Lux secures the shutdown onto Quaib. And Mina the Assassin potentially has an opportunity here, looking to see how much this has. Blue team, Mina the Assassin does steal the Drake, as giving up their lives in the process, it seems. Corpse Ride trying to get out of there. Poggle getting onto Cookie Nabber as the King Yeti is giving up their life in response, but Poggle is not going to be able, will be able to get onto Cookie Nabber, and is getting the Zahan Undying passive to revive themselves, as Quaib and Poggle are now here, ready to get onto Ritsu. Both Emo Loser and Ritsu are hooked in, and that spells the end as Quaib is able to stun Emo Loser, and Poggle will take that kill, giving Emo Loser once again. See Poggle going straight for that turret with this Baron Siege, as King Yeti is now in danger. Quaib able to get onto them, but the right of the Arcane is going to start up. The Lux ultimate comes out, and the King Yeti struggling to stay alive, but is still alive somehow. Does get killed by Quaib, and Poggle now looking for someone. Mina the Assassin able to get the shutdown there and get some HP back, as Doofies, Quaib, and Corpse Bride are looking for a way out, but Mina the Assassin as Zahan able to get onto Quaib, but the ult comes out from Sona, and it's enough as the Zyra plans continue to knock down Mina the Assassin's remaining HP.
They have enough, they create enough space that they should be able to, but
and it's easily taken as Periphery lands onto King Yeti, perhaps not the right target for their ult, as they're quickly killed by Cookie Nabber, and now red side looking to disengage from this potential. Ooh, and Ritsu gets caught by that glacial prison from Sejuani, and now Doofies, in a pretty bad position, gets Lux ulted, and the right of the Arcane comes out as well to do just a little bit.
They're not able to take out Akshan or Zera toward the main damage dealers.
Ooh. Beautiful Sona ult stops Cookie Nabber from being able to just whop on Quaib, but Emo Loser doing so much damage. Basically one-shots Doofies through the heal, and now Quaib is the only one left as Cookie Nabber, King Yeti, and Emo Loser and Ritsu are trying to manage to land the root and get Quaib to stand still as they begin knocking down not 1, but 2 of the Nexus turrets. And now it's an open Nexus, and only Corpse Bride and Quaib are here. Periphery is coming up in just a second, but will they be able to get through? No, the ult lands onto Scion instead of Cookie Nabber, and King Yeti trying to hit this Nexus. Will be able to get into their passive, potentially, as the stuns are used up. The Nexus is at just 10% of the HP, and the stuns are coming out onto King Yeti, and red side will live for just a few minutes more at the very least. There goes the inhibitor turrets. Looks like one tap will knock it down, as King Yeti is able to nearly take it down completely. And it's an open Nexus now, as Cookie Nabber, Ritsu, the King Yeti, and Emo Loser slay Corpse Bride. Then comes Quaib. Doofies is the last one left, not able to withstand the unstoppable onslaught, as Cookie Nabber takes that kill as well. And this game, after 44 minutes, will go to Lads Delulululus. With that, we'll bid you all good night and see you next week, same time, same place.
Good night.
And hello and welcome. Hello, welcome back, Mike. It's so good to have you back on the cast. And in a way that I can root for you too, instead of you playing and I have to be so unbiased. Yes, carried completely from Zillion. Were you playing Zillion mid, if I remember correctly? Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that now. Okay. I saw too, people remember exactly who you are and who you play, in spite of you being casting for 2 seasons now. Where, like, I saw the Aurelian Soul Band go by, I saw the, like, Zillion be hovered, I think, and I was like, wow, they've got Mike on lock. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. And while you were gone last week, we had some of the longest games in CMSA's history, real bangers that you saw highlights of just now. But tonight, we are getting in. We are past the halfway point. We are now entering week 5 of CMSA's 2026 season 3 of the season of the year. The year has flown by, especially in terms of CMSA seasons. Yeah, we've got 8 weeks per season. And so now that we're at the halfway point, we've got a few things opening up. We've got the ARAM Mayhem League opening up. We've got so many different leagues starting to advertise their next seasons. So if you are just watching and you want to play, check us out in the panels. It's CMSA. Everything you need to know is either on cmsaesports.com or in the Discord. So come check us out. Yes. No arena one yet. See, the difference, like, what I like is that you can divide based on rank and maybe just commitment to the game in Summoner's Rift. You can say ARAM Mayhem is the for fun league. I just checked with third person with Houston to make sure that I know correctly that it's a for fun league. We are there to have a great time. I might be joining because I think that just sounds crazy. I love ARAM Mayhem. Yeah. Okay, and then maybe we could co-cast from the different teams. That would be cacophonous. Um, oh, oh my God, that is way too long. See, anything that ventures to like the 50-minute point, I'm like, it's 2026. League of Legends has been 25 minutes, like, as like the kind of like, this is when a game probably is going to end for like 4 years now. So what's happening? Yeah. Aurelian Soul, I mean, I love playing it. I'll extend some ARAM Mayhems, especially if I have the stacking augments. I'm like, get me in there. I want to make the biggest star in the world. Oh, he's fun. Yeah, with everyone grouped up, it's awesome. Okay, so we've got some people in the chat. Zoe Rellebear, good luck everyone tonight. Good luck to you, Zoe Rellebear. I know we'll be seeing more of your gameplay. I know we saw some great Nami plays last week. Okay, and we are ready. We are gonna head in to the first draft that we've got here. And as we enter the first ban phase, let's take a look at what we've got here. I know I saw Quirk on the screen there, Mike. That was great. Awesome. And so we do see, we've got Oran's Otters on the blue side and Zyra Zaddies on the red side for the first game of the night. We're going to be watching the Pearl League, the lower of our two tiers. And we're seeing some pretty classic bands here. We've got Alawi. I didn't see third person enter on the red side, but that could be, I mean, I need to take a look at the rosters, but Mel, Morgana, these are some really common bands, so no surprises just yet. Who's on first, right? Okay. Yeah, and we do have third person on Zyra Zaddies on the red side, so that is a targeted ban. I just checked. Oh, Moen's muted. Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, hold on. 1 second. Now you should be heard.
Am I heard?
Yes, I can see your levels coming in. Uh-oh.
There we go.
Thank you, Zoe Rellebear and Gagens, for the quick save.
You guys missed it. I told the funniest joke in the world, and I will not repeat it.
Yeah, I mean, you saw me laughing, so... Okay, yep, so we're headed into it still. We've got some pretty classic bands, although we do have Tristana, which is a pretty new one coming out. And we see Aatrox being picked up by Treesh323. I know we've got subs across the leagues today, so I'm excited to see some of these new names and see what they can do and how they fit into the tapestry of each of these teams.
Yeah, and Shades, that's what the Misfortune ban's for. Kind of surprised they didn't ban, who does she play? Vayne, I think.
Right. Yeah, and so we see Jin and Warwick being picked up. Got pretty decent bulk and long range already on the red side here. We'll see how it is answered. I think in the Pearl League, what I really like is that there isn't the same level of, okay, they just picked these two. We need to counter with X and Y. It's more, okay, what's available and not awful to go into that we're still comfortable with? And so we get to see really fun team comps come out that are, right now, very CC heavy on the side of Oran's Otters, which I like for this, for both sides, really. And what I like for the Pearl League, to have those pick potentials.
Right, and we, in the Pearl League, definitely ban the people, not the champions so much, right? So like, there's certain people that just aren't allowed to play champions, and apparently I'm one of them. But yeah, like, well, Highlight, interesting. I believe Highlight, if I'm not mistaken, is normally jungle when I played with them. So, obviously, going mid this time around.
They could maybe be swapping after the fact and just picking for one of their teammates. I know what's really confusing sometimes is some teams will swap the pick order during champ select and just allow everyone to pick their own champion. But then some teams just do the swapping afterwards, which is always fun for us not knowing, where's this Silas going to go, for example?
Having been in these team chats, I can assure you that there is no planning. It is usually just the last second. Oh shit, I got to pick.
Well, good that we're not having a rerun of the lobby. I'd say that much. As long as you've got your summoner spells, your smite if you're on jungle, Moens.
That's right.
And you've got your champions picked. Yeah, just one time. It's no worries. And we see Kale and Seraphine being banned on the part of Oran's Otters, and then Lulu and Jax being banned. I know Lulu Ash, that is actually quite the lethal combo, and very good to protect what right now is their only real ranged AD damage. And then we've got Milio and Nami, so interesting combo from Zyra. The Jhin Nami I know has been seen in Pearl. While it's not the most professional meta pick, it does provide a lot of utility for Jhin in lane to lock down enemies, which against Ashe Milio, they're going to be moving pretty fast and trying to kite around. Hopefully you can lock them down.
And the increased attack range, right? So like, what is it? Milio's W, I think. I don't play too much.
Oh. This looks like we will have a rerun of this lobby.
We spoke too soon.
Yeah. Uh-oh. No, so sad. We could see in the chat. Champion ownership issues. Okay.
So they were somebody was going to trade.
I see. Yeah. And we do see Highlight is playing mid, so maybe that was an Ahri for them.
Intriguing.
And then just so we can see, Julian Naughty will be in the jungle. And then on the opposite side, we've got Alex Foes in the jungle. I know that is really exciting for me because I've liked seeing Alex's performances in these games. Okay, getting right back into it. Hopefully these ban phases will go pretty fast because we've seen them already. Don't want to spend too much time on it.
It's a rerun.
And you know what? I used to love reruns. I would watch the same episodes of The Nanny, for example, over and over and over again as a kid.
I'm not The Nanny, but I still watch the same old shows over and over and over again. So, you know, it's a comfort. It's a comfort thing. Star Trek, Quantum Leap.
I was just gonna say, if I know you, it's Star Trek among the top of the lists.
There's many lists. West Wing.
Yeah.
Which I think, yeah. I got probably about a 4-year cycle on everything.
And all things must go through their natural life cycle.
It's the circle of life.
Yeah. Okay, we're seeing the same bands come out, maybe just a little out of order in some of the cases, but we do have same champions coming out for the pick side. All right, that was nice and fast. Okay, and with the teams shaped up as they were, we didn't get to see the full comps. I'm really liking Ornn's Otters so far, just because while there's a lot of lockdown on Zyra, that's exactly what Milio wants. He wants to be able to push Ashe, move speed, almost like Zillion, around the map, and then say, get out of jail free card. There's no such thing as stun for my ADC. Just
kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, you're Warwick ulting? Just kidding. No, you're not.
I found, Warwick ults so easily canceled, but Milio especially so with all this lockdown.
Yeah. I mean, what's good about Nami too, outside of that, is that the wave is going to be clutch after the Milio ult is pressed. So maybe some of the CC will be baited out, and then Nami will be able to do some sort of re-engage, where there is so much CC on both sides of this that they really are going to require either nimble movement on the red side, or they might just end up being cleansing, doing some sort of Mercurial Scimitar. We'll have to see if those items do get built or those summoner spells get taken, but we will see in just about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I think... Oh, were you about to say something?
I was going to say in the chat, DRK saying we're also running Ashe Milio. It seems to be a favorite of Pearl this week, at least. We'll see if any of those two get bans in the coming games. We'll check back in on Pearl in game 3, but still got one game ahead of us to get past game 1.
I think I agree with you. I think Orange Otters has a slightly favorable team comp. Now that said, right, if they can successfully coordinate and get the order down in order to get the Melio ult out, I think Zyra Zaddies really does have a chance here. I just think looking at the team comp, I would be inclined to bet on Orange Otters.
Yeah, and there's just some things with the individual lane matchups. I'd put Ashmilio slightly favored over Jin Nami. I'd put Silas highly favored over Ari, not necessarily for the one-on-one kill pressure, but for the sake that Silas will take Ariel and use it just a little bit better than her to gank the other lanes if he can clear and get out of lane before Ari can. Then let's take a look at the jungle. Warwick into Wukong. I do like Warwick just a little bit better, although Wukong, much higher team fight potential than Warwick. But in this environment where there's a lot of dueling one-on-one and only the mid laners are coming or only the top laners are coming, Warwick thrives. Warwick thrives as like that duelist type of jungler. And then in the top lane, Aatrox Ornn, I would have to give it to Aatrox. So in terms of how many, there's maybe 3 winners and only 2 lanes winning on the blue side. And then there's 2 winners on the red side. So it's basically, in my head, it's close, but I would have to give it over to Orange Otters as well.
Yeah. And we will know in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, in 1 minute and 30 seconds. I feel like with this amount of delay that we have, it reminds me of playing League Classic, where now we've got the home guards, we've got the game starting exactly at 30 seconds. Like, minions are touching the enemy minions. They're confronting the lane at 30 seconds. Being in a League Classic game and saying to myself, like, oh, right, the game doesn't start until like 2 minutes 30. That's crazy.
Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, they have done a lot of things to make the games longer over the I'm sorry, shorter over the years.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I kind of liked the long games.
The long games. Yeah, it does remind me a little bit of Warcraft 3, which of course Dota originated from. Warcraft 3, the melee games, the like classic like PvP in an RTS environment, Warcraft 3, the games between players who are, well, in the beginning of like the competitive scene there, took so long. Like, we're 40 to 1 hour games. The games now, if you look at the pro scene, they've also shortened to like 10, 15 minutes at the most, where it's kind of like chess where someone just resigns when they know they've lost.
Right.
I think it's the future. Maybe it's the Gen Z closer that I am to thinking like, oh, this game can't last this long. Like, it's getting boring. But maybe there's merit to the longer games.
Well, yeah, what's better, right? Like, I don't know. As long as it's a exciting battle.
Yeah. And speaking of exciting battles, we've now got, let's take a look. The first game of the night, we are watching Orange Otters versus Zyra Zaddies in the Pearl League, and the game starts now. No pings coming out just at the very beginning. I know I've been loving hearing the ding 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 right at the beginning of like, okay, you go here, take this vision control, take this. But it seems that we've got a lack of pings, but that doesn't mean we're uncoordinated here. We've got people coming right up to the starting gates as the bot lane are already skirmishing just a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little bit top lane as well, it looked like.
Yeah, the control over these bushes, obviously red side has a little bit of an advantage, but no blue side ward being dropped by Queen of Elfan or Shades. That's, I mean, the vision reserve advantage is not often spoken about, but in bot lane, if you don't need to have control over the bush, whoa, Queen of Elfan being brought down to half HP already is really scary. And already John and Highlight are scrapping
Ooh, and that may be the end of... No, maybe not.
Yeah, we see Ignite for Ignite come out in the mid lane already, as both are just about at 10%, maybe 20% of their HP. Scary as they are dancing on a knife's edge, and we see Highlight forced to flash away from John's E there. It's now with Electrocute back up and with flash advantage. It looks like John may be able to do a little bit of bullying.
There certainly is a lot of
okay, and there we go. John taking the first blood over Highlight thanks to that flash difference, but not even needing his flash. See jokes coming out from Highlight as this, and they say reported for that first blood emote. I know some of those are automatic though. Okay, up in the top lane, got Ornn doing so much percentage health damage towards Wukong. And, you know, something that I didn't point out during the lobby is that we've actually got Aatrox in the jungle for Julia Naughty and Wukong in the top lane. That changes the vibe just a little bit, as Aatrox might have the advantage over Warwick to be able to kite him and stop his duelist potential.
It's very true, and it just is... His damage early on, I think, would probably outdamage Warwick, yeah?
Yeah, the only difference in Scary Thing is that Warwick can't... If he's auto-attacking and stacking that lethal tempo, it's going to be very difficult to stop him from just life-stealing, getting so much HP off of his auto-attacks.
And I think I told you about this before the last time we streamed a Tiltree game, but Tiltree likes to farm champions. Not so much the minions. So if he can't get it in the lane that he's in, he goes somewhere else and makes a fight and gets it. And he's very good at it.
Yeah. And so we've got Julia Naughty taking the first scuttle, getting level 4 as he did skip his red buff. And now John looking to help his jungler out. Fortunately not able to, but the bot lanes, who also wanted to join the scrap in the river. You see Tiltree Clinton forced to back as there's too much HP lost during that little skirmish.
And to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen Tiltree play Jhin before, so this is a new one for me. I've duoed with him quite a bit.
And speaking of not wanting to farm minions, Jhin, very capable with the dancing grenade. Oh, what is going on, bot?
Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. I thought Nami was behind their turret.
Oh, the opposite side. Yeah. The blue on Nami's skin makes it seem like, wait, who is that? What's up? Okay.
I've been off for 2 weeks. I forgot what a minimap looked like.
You're good. So with that, we've got just a little bit of a CS difference in each lane so far. Nothing too outstanding, but got a bit of like a... what, 1/3 advantage or half advantage for third person over Trish as John and Highlight continue to scrap in the mid lane. Unfortunately for John, the second part of his E is not connecting to Highlight's RE model, but when those do connect, that will be very dangerous when those electrocute procs come off. Okay, ooh, third person landing a beautiful knock up, but not getting the grasp onto the right thing. Doesn't seem to matter though, as Ornn just does so much percentage HP damage. All right.
Looks like...
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it looks like Highlight has learned his lesson in dueling Silas there, dueling John.
Yeah. I mean, you're a ranged champion, Silas is melee. There have to be some advantages for the mid laners that... Ooh, Shades getting a beautiful amount of flurry of arrows onto Tiltree, but Spellfire disengage with that bubble. Here we go, Shades continuing the follow-up, but gets rooted by that Blair from Jhin. Yeah, the Jhin W. And up in the top lane, Trish, the Wukong solo kills Ornn. That is quite the reversal from the lane dominance that third person had. Also, third person losing their flash, as now we see the Chemtech Drake being started up, but Alex Foes seems to understand that something's happening here. Pops that Blood Rush, and now Alex Foes going for Queen of Elephant, lands on top of Julian Naughty, gets the fear off, and now underneath and in the Dragon Pit, Julian Naughty forced to flash away, but Queen of Elephant will also be flashing away as now John here with Spellfire down to chase down Shades. We see the beautiful kick from Milio getting Alex Foes off of Shades, and John going quickly for a Milio ult with that hijack. And it looks like this dragon instead, oh, Julian Naughty comes right back in and smites to steal the Drake back from Alex Foes, earning it for Orange Otters.
It was just unfortunate they got the red team. It was when Jin was backed.
Oh, here we go. I almost thought this wasn't going to happen. Queen of Elephant stuck in place as Spellfire gets rid of this ward until Tiltree Clinton. The exhaust comes out and the flash last hit from the 4th shot from Tiltree Clinton takes Milio's life away as Queen of Elephant gives 300 gold over to Tiltree Clinton.
Told you, he farms champions.
Yeah, there you go. Highlight also getting the charm onto John, and with the ignite, this looks like it may be a kill for Highlight, and it is solo onto John.
Thus paying back the hate crime that was done to him earlier.
Right, and now it's 1-to-1 in terms of solo kills in the mid lane. But still, both laners have flash, so we'll see if they come right back into skirmish. Ooh. Trish really nicely getting that grass proc to go onto his clone instead of him, and now that's a really favorable trade for Wukong in the top lane.
Yeah, third person seems to not really care that he got taken down and still being aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, you have to in order to get the wave away from a bruiser, I mean, the wave is in a really great position for Trish at this point, as long as he does not lose this priority and it doesn't crash into his lane. And we got Julian Naughty coming in for a gank here as Wukong launches their ult, as the World Ender also is launched. Third person trying to get out of here, launches their ult, and then going for a knockup, not able to, as Trish is in danger to that Orn W and dies, as Alex Foes is here to help out third person, and Julian Naughty is going to fall as well with the counter gank from Alex Foes.
Yeah, the counter gank was perfectly timed.
Absolutely. I do think that counters are way OP, especially in a league where all of the abilities get thrown as soon as they're able, because you don't know if the jungler's coming or if they're taking a little while on their camps. And with that, Alex Foes gets the grubs as well.
It's a huge advantage for Zyra's Zaddies.
Yeah, and with the Void Grubs on their side, sure, they didn't get the dragon, but it's kind of like a delayed handshake that we saw here.
Look at all of those war. Oh, never mind. It's the
Jin trap as well, yeah. But we do have complete vision dominance in this lane from Tiltree, Clinton, and Spellfire, but will it be enough as the ball comes out from Milio, and now Tiltree in a little bit of dangerous position as they're only half health. Shades seemingly giving up some priority, I suppose. Lack of understanding of where the enemy jungler might be. Meanwhile, Alex Foes is actually in the enemy jungle and now coming up for a gank back onto Trish, looking for more blood. And the fear will come out as Trish does not have clone back up just yet, gets knocked up by third person, and Alex Foes will take another kill. As we go back into the bot lane now, here's Julian Naughty's gank. Says, you focus top, I'll focus bot. We've got double stuns. The Ackle comes out onto Tiltree Clinton. And now Spellfire is in danger as the World Ender is popped by Aatrox. And with that, the kill goes to Shades. A jungler serving the kill on a silver spoon to his Ashe.
Yeah, just before that whole top fight started, I was about to say, like, Jin was at half health and still being aggressive.
Yes,
right?
That's such confidence.
Right. And they ran, right? Like,
yeah. It is the type of thing. Oh, we see both ignites popped out here as Highlight and John trade summoner spells once again. Let's see. We've got Ari still got a charge of her ult. See if she uses it aggressively, and she does. Uh-oh. And the flashes come out as the Electrocute is traded. But we got Warwick ganking in the bot lane as the curtain call opens. The Warwick ult stops Shades for a minute, but here's Julian Naughty with the counter as Queen of Elfin is going to fall before Julian can get in there. The W comes out from Aatrox, and now Alex Foes is in danger as Shades is throwing out the flurry of blows. Here's Jin looking for more as Alex Foes does fall to Julian Naughty and Shades. Wow. It's been action-packed so far, but we'll see if that leads to a short game or just a really high kill game here. We've got so much gold infused into each team already.
Whole lotta.
Yeah. And beautiful amount of CS and managing to hit a lot of these. Orin is full of skill shots and third person playing quite nicely here.
And here's where you see the grubs like really come into play, right? Like the bot turret has just been wailing on it. The damage goes down super quick.
Yeah, and you can see the difference here between the HPs of the bot turrets. Where the grubs are, there goes the black part of the health bar, the missing health. Oh, here we go. Alex Foes popping that E, but not able to get onto highlight. Okay. Here we have, once again, the grubs doing so much work as Trish is trying to keep third person off of their tower as well. Okay. Pretty calm as now we've got both junglers on the bot side. Ooh, Tiltree Clinton in a little bit of danger, but only potentially luring in for Alex Foes to come in. The ult comes out from Ashe, and then the Nami bubble on top of the Milio ult, so that seems to have been successful, but Julian Naughty comes in with the counter, getting Alex Foes just off of their enemy. The Warwick ult comes out, and Shades is going to fall, and Alex Foes looking for HP. Continues to audio Julian Naughty, and Tiltree Clinton will take the kill as the curtain is set, and Queen Elfin is forced to flash away, trying to dodge every which way to get out of those Tiltree Clinton curtain calls, and successfully outlasts the Jin's fourth shot.
Well, and that goes back to the mechanics of Warwick, right? He was low health. He knew that he was going to be getting more health as he attacked. Diving under turret, didn't seem to really care. And got 2 kills, I think, right?
You get more autos off and more effectiveness the more you stay and just auto attack as opposed to just running away. And I think Alex Foes understood that beautifully, as that self-sacrifice led to taking of the first turret of the game for Zyra Zaddies.
And getting 2 kills, right?
Yeah. And here we have, looks like this scuttle is being fought over as the Hextech Drake, the second of the game, has arrived on the map. Tiltree Clinton and Spellfire looking to take this scuttle away from Julian Naughty, but we'll see if this is allowed. Instead, it's smited away to secure some vision for the blue team. Okay, Queen of Elfin and Shades hopefully able to push Tiltree Clinton and Spellfire away. They are a little bit lower health, and now 4 members of the blue team are here as Alex Foes and John are here to try to get some energy here. The Nami ult gets 2 as John quickly is able to take care of Ahri. Queen of Elfin looking after John as red team steals the Hextech Drake away from Julian Naughty, and it is almost a complete 3 for none as John looking to equalize, Julian Naughty was looking to equalize, and Alex Foes and John able to quickly shut it down.
And that was a really good example of how you just distract someone when they're trying to do Dragon, right? Like, yeah. Tiltree and Spellfire were just sitting there, like, just doing enough damage, like, hey, we're here, when their team was nowhere nearby. But they held them off long enough while they could go in and take the dragon away. Yeah, John and Alex Foes coming in at just the right angle in order to move the blue side into a Nami wave that really won the fight. So good on Spellfire there as well with that CC.
And here we have Queen of Elfin going for a gank on the top lane as support. This is really nice. We see the Wukong ult comes out, and Queen of Elfin is here trying to hold it down as Trish ready to go back in onto third person. But with all of this armor stacked, you see the Sunfire, the plated steel caps, the 2 cloth armors. When Alex Foes gets here and puts the reversal on Queen of Elfin, oh, but so is Julian Naughty here, as third person is focused on Trish. Alex Foes is trying to 2v1 over here, able to almost completely gets the kill there, and now Queen of Elfin is stuck in between a rock and a wolfy place, as Alex Foes and third person get a 2-person lead as they get a double kill together in the top lane. And Tiltry Clinton is here now, setting the stage, looking for Trish. Trish is just going to sit just outside of the curtain call, and Tilter Clinton will close the curtain.
Well, and Warwick's gonna secure the rift here as well. So after that team fight, they get an objective, and looks like they're probably gonna get top tiered as well.
Yes, as they also take the top turret, right? So there's just so much of a lead forming between these two teams that it looks like Zyra Zaddies is in a position to continue snowballing as they prepare for what will happen in just about 3 minutes. The Baron and the third Drake of the game, the Cloud Drake, which will eventually lead into a Cloud Soul.
Now, if you're Orange Otters right now, right? Like, what's your thought process? What do you think you gotta change up?
Well, certainly, I haven't been seeing the hawk shots from Ashe, those E's that give vision, but part of Julian Naughty's strategy needs to be starving Alex Foes, trying to get to their camps so that they can stem the bleeding. We see that Rift Herald being dropped in the top lane, and now a potential siege forming as 4 members of the red team are here, and only John is there in the bot lane. But look at this major red wave with the cannon just crashing into the mid turret. Orange Otters is experiencing a gold deficit problem as they don't have enough money to stave off the siege, as Alex Foes gets a kill onto Shades, and the siege continues, but the shutdown goes from Alex Foes onto Trish, and Trish is fighting for their life to stay alive as third person and Tilter Clinton are able to just chase down, and Julian Naughty here. After this turret falls, they may be in danger. The Nami bubble does connect to Julian Naughty, and Trish tries to go in, does get the shutdown onto Jin, and does live as Julian Naughty, third person really, is struggling to get onto Trish when Queen of Elfin and Julian Naughty are keeping them still. You can see they're still looking at Trish is dancing around them. It's so funny to me. But Spellfire able to disengage Julian Naughty off, as now John and Highlight are continuing the battle in the bot lane, and with competing Ahri ults, John will fall to one last auto from Highlights.
And that Ornn was just like opting out of damage as time went on.
Yes.
Like everybody was wailing on him with everything they had, and he just is like, nah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, but so was Trish because of the great work from Queen of Elfan. Those shields were beautiful, and we see the duelist potential of Warwick as Shades tries with the ult, but the flash comes out from Alex Foes, and it is a simple 1-for-1 once that blood rush procs onto Ashe. And we see Highlight potentially being collapsed on here as Tiltry Clinton heads down with Spellfire into the bot lane.
It looks like we've got Milio pushing. Oh, maybe not. He's going into the jungle to help out, or going bot to help out Jin.
Yeah, just secure some vision maybe before this Cloud Drake, as it is just about time. 3 minutes goes by so fast in games like these, and looks like red team is in a slightly better position to start pushing. We got priority in the mid lane, we got priority in the bot lane, and now Julian Naughty, Queen of Elfan, and Shades are the only 3 members who are in a great position to start here. Spellfire going into enemy territory blind, manages to get a beautiful ult and bubble onto Julian Naughty, followed up by the Warwick ult, and that will be gonzo for the blue side jungle, as now, oh my god, a beautiful bubble once again from Spellfire connects to Highlight, as Highlight is forced to ult over, faces the curtain call, does get a kill onto Spellfire though before falling to that 4th shot from the curtain call. But this dragon is solidly in the hands of Zyra Zaddies.
I got scared there for a second. I thought the Nami had been caught out at the beginning of that fight, but no. They lived until the end of it and secured the dragon.
Yeah, so much out of it too, where we now see a 5,000 gold deficit at just 20 and a half minutes here. And what's crazy is that a lot of the gold deficit is on the jungler. And when Alex Foes is alive, Zyra Zaddies is able to go wherever they please, get whatever objective and whatever vision control they want. The process to deconstruct that for Shades, for Trish, and for Queen of Elfin has to be lock down the Warwick, right?
Right. And the Aatrox interestingly went Serpent's Fang for, I'm guessing, Orange Shield? Does Orange have a shield?
Well, no, but we do see the Armored Advance will give a shield to Silas, so that is potential there. And the
Gotcha.
Aerie coming out from Spellfire's Nami, that could give a shield. So potential there to say, hey, we don't want those shields to be powerful at all.
Be a problem.
You see Highlight ulting
exactly.
in, and the Ashe ult follows up. See third person here with the ult to disengage, as now it's a 4v4 in the mid lane as Julianotti continues to throw that Darkened Blade out, but the Warwick ult will connect onto Shades, who seems to be just a bit out of position. Tiltu couldn't gets the kill, and now Highlight is forced to run away. Also falls in front of their turret. This turret also does not protect Julianotti, as Trish is the only member left here to defend. Does get the kill onto Nami as the clone blocks those curtain call shots, and still it's a 2 or 3 really for 1 in favor of Zyra Zaddies. That is a trade they'll take any day as their lead rises.
They do, but the blue team did manage to secure a kill on Spellfire, so that's good.
Yeah, we've got some gold headed back into the pockets of who needs it, which in this case, it was Trish, who has been playing really well.
Has been playing extremely well, yeah. And I think right now we need to get, or if I'm on blue team, I'd want to get as much gold into my jungler as possible, because they are fortunately extremely behind the hands of this Warwick.
Yes, and we see Warwick already has his upgraded, the Masterwork version of Blade of the Ruin King, getting that extra attack speed, extra AD, and no extra lifesteal, but still, those are Warwick's bread and butter on lethal tempo. He may,
right.
If it were me, I would maybe be trying to get the Baron by myself here, thinking, oh, I'm really far ahead, maybe I could just do it, but perhaps in a team environment better that Alex Foes just goes, buys the Thornmail, comes back methodically. You want to close it out without any chance of Oran's Otters making a return, a comeback.
Priest 2 levels up on John here, goes in on him, and John quickly regrets.
Wow. Just the ult coming out from Wukong and the clone being able to get those Otters off. Oh, here we have Spellfire in a place where she should probably not be, as Spellfire falls, but Highlight is killed in return as Red Team is here. The Avengers have assembled. The Ornalt does not come out in time, but Queen of Elfin may fall to the... Oh no. The Fancy Feet gets Milio right out of there. We see the Masterworks continuing to come out.
Blue actually, I mean, it wasn't really an exchange because John died bot lane, but they came out ahead from that particular... in the last few minutes, right? They got 2 and Red only got 1.
Yes, certainly we have to take the victories. If you are a member of the blue team in this environment, it's like stem the bleeding in any way possible. But here we've got Shades, Queen of Elfin, and Julianotti chasing down third person. Oh, but giving up just as there's so much tenacity and natural tankiness coming out from third person that it's like, is it worth it to give up any potential vision that we might start to be able to secure around the dragon? Meanwhile, look where Spellfire is, getting vision all across here. While their top side is being collapsed upon, they don't really have the prio. They're getting the prio in the mid lane. We'll see. It looks like blue side's prioritizing the top side of the map. Okay, it looks like Zyra Zaddies is also making sure, hey, they're not on the Baron, are they? Here we have John going crazy onto Highlight. The ults come out, the dueling Ahri ults, And as Queen of Elfin is first here to support, Alex Foes is able to get on top of Trish. The Nami bubble comes out, but so does the Ashe ult, as Alex Foes fortunately does not get affected by it so much. The Nami ult comes out, the Nami bubble once again connecting on Julia Naughty. The Milio ult comes out. John able to do so much damage as Alex Foes is struggling with very little HP. Does fall to, let's see, to Shades as the battle continues, and Highlight is also going to fall. Trish has fallen as well, and now it is 4-2. This, even though Alex Foes has fallen, the Cloud Drake is pretty securely in the hands of Zyra Zaddy's.
That Aatrox narrowly escaped.
Yes.
Is it Tiltree? Walks into the base. I think they both got surprised when they saw each other.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, we saw Tiltree, you've said it quite a few times of like chase kills, not farm. Saw Tiltree just walking right away from the objective saying, no, there's probably still a little bit more that we could squeeze out here. They pop the Yumis just to maybe get this last hit on the, oh no, just to back in front of the Dragon Pit.
Tiltree wants the money.
Okay, and now, last remaining epic objective on the map, we've got the Baron as Julia Naughty trying to get this, does secure that scuttle, but third person is going to be able to get on top of them. Then Alex Foes will launch their ult as Highlight is here to use their disengage potential. Third person launching their ult does get the knock up onto Julia Naughty, but Highlight and Shades are on top of the team, potentially going to get onto Spellfire. Shades forced to barrier and flash away as now they're stuck in a bad position. John able to get the Ashe ult and will launch it down at Highlight as Shades still struggling with those Milio E's, does manage to get the kill onto Alex Foes alongside Highlight. And now Trish is coming from the backline, but third Tiltree Clinton is also here as it's now a 3v3 as Julia Naughty is just coming back to the lane, and with Alex Foes gone, they are succeeding. They're succeeding in doing exactly what they need to do. They're getting Alex off of the map so that they can fight.
There's so many dashes in this game.
Yes, there are. We see Highlight getting that flash charm onto Tiltree Clinton that will get the kill there as Trish just continuously gets HP from what you might be asking. And I would like to know as well, there's so much HP gain happening from every single member of each team, but it is working phenomenally. Perhaps it was from the Milio, but yes, the Milio heal.
His heal doesn't do that much, does it?
The summoner spell heal.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, and we've got blue side Oranzotter here starting up the Baron. And with that, Alex Foes just finishing up their red buff, and now they know what's happening here. The charm comes out from Highlight as third person is ulting Julia Naughty here. The Julia Naughty will fall, and now blue side seems to be in disarray as they do not have their jungler. Alex Foes, so much CC coming down, and Spellfire is trying to disengage for Alex Foes, but Trish is going to fall as now third person has been able to keep Queen of Elfin and Shades away from Alex. The curtain is called by Jhin, and now with just 2 members left on blue side, it looks like it's going to be a free Baron for red side if they choose to take it. Looks like third person is calling for it.
Free Baron and maybe a free inhib.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how well they're able to see Shades and Queen of Elfin. Brave souls, I say, jumping into these bushes. Of course, they do have some level of vision around here. Do they? No, they do not at all. Perhaps they know, that the mid wave has not been pushed and that they must be there as red team takes Baron.
I wouldn't be walking into the cold dark all by myself.
No, with just one friend's hand to hold, even if it's your best friend, it's still scary.
There's a dangerous dog about. There's a big scary guy with a gun.
Rabid dog.
Right.
And he bites. Okay,
Scratch.
Third person leading the siege in top lane. They've got quite a wave here as Trish is now stuck in between. John and third person manages to get out using that clone, and Highlight here in a little bit of danger, but he does have ult, so perhaps not too much danger as the siege continues, and there are not many on the side of blue who can clear these Baron minions so fast. John does get charmed by Highlight. The ult comes out from Trish, and in response, the ult from Spellfire to disengage. And here we see not much happening, but Alex Foes is in danger. Another charm comes out, and Shades gets the kill onto Alex Foes. Now, Trish in a little bit of danger. Third person gets the knockup onto Shades. But in Highlight, oh, fighting John up close. John forced into a bad position. Shades potentially in danger, but third person is not able to connect that last auto onto it, and third person is now going to fall as Highlight forces Spellfire away from any disengage potential. Meanwhile, tower
Jhin
earned
split
by
push.
Tilt. Yeah, the Jhin split push going strong with quite a big wave themselves, as they've now taken this turret down to half HP.
And Baron minions, right? So
Yes.
yeah, and I just want to call out the level disparity on Ornn, right? Like, it was so obvious it was so hard for them to take down because he was like 3 levels above everyone.
Yes, yeah, third person been farming like a monster and getting a lot of solo pressure, while Trish has been more involved in the team fight so far and is, I mean, the level disparity is crazy with top lane, always, as we now see the dragon being prepared. This could be Soul for red side, and so Julian Naughty not willing to give it up. 5 members of the blue side are here. Ornn's Otters is ready to stop the stem the bleeding, really, as John, Alex Foes, and Spellfire are looking to make sure they can stop it. The TP is coming in from third person as blue team does secure the Drake, but the Nami ult is coming down to make sure Julian Naughty flashes and E's over the wall to get to safety, as there is nothing for red side to take after all of that.
That is a really good play. They got the dragon, surgically got out before red team could collapse, and then Wukong pushing top and potentially getting a turret there.
Yeah, and you can see the anger in Zyra Zaddy's as they use quite a bit using that the Hextech Rocket Belt, trying to get onto Highlight, trying to make something out of all of the resources they must have used to take the dragon so quickly. And now there's another fight happening as Shades launches their ult at John. And here we have Julian Naughty going in onto third person. Here comes Alex Foes with the Blood Hunt as Tiltree Clinton getting a little bit low, but Highlight is the first to fall as John is going to continue. Trish getting a beautiful knockup onto their team as Tiltree Clinton is now going to fall, and it looks like red team is collapsing as Spellfire is not there to disengage for their team. This third person is going to fall to Julian Naughty and Shades and Queen of Elfen. Now John, Alex Foes, and Spellfire forced to run back. It seems their fury after losing that Soul Dragon has led to a little bit of a misplay as their lead has decreased now to only 3,000 gold.
That's right, and they did manage to get that turret, but at what cost?
Right.
Or I guess the turret was already gone from before.
Yeah, that turret was gone from the Jhin split push, but, you know, the extra pressure, you know, I can't come up with a good reason why. I think it was just a loss overall, unfortunately, for Zyra Zaddy's. No silver lining, unfortunately.
But they fought with honor.
Yes, valiantly, even. As now you can hear the pleasant sounds of League of Legends soundtrack through the fighting, as there's only minions and monsters to kill on the map. For John, though, looking at Trish up here and with Alex Foes in tow, perhaps trying to bait something out. But Trish is 3 levels up and on John and 2 on Alex Foes. We'll see if that makes a difference here as the Blood Hunt does happen. And the fear is landed onto Trish. John using the hijack version of Wukong ult, and they'll both have 2 of them. But here comes the second one of Trish trying to get out of here. Highlight flashes and ults in, and Queen of Elfen and Julian Naughty are here to do a total reversal. And Alex Foes is going to fall once again, just 1 minute before the Baron is spawned. Danger zone, as now it's almost even in gold.
I think the blue team has come online.
Yeah, certainly they've had a little bit of a rough time getting started, but with that, they're now able to collapse onto third person and Spellfire. The ult comes out, but only lands onto Julian Naughty. Then the Ashe ult does get the kill onto secure really the kill onto Spellfire. And now they're looking for more, as third person is not fast enough to get away from Ahri. The charms and the knockups from Aatrox and Julian Naughty, third person is stuck basically in place. And Highlight will get that kill as well, as it's almost a complete ace, as only Tiltree Clinton is left on the map.
And Ahri, a while ago, I noticed it, but I didn't say anything, got Dark Seal and I had questioned it in my brain beforehand, but now at 8 stacks,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's working.
Greed is good, so they say.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, I mean, sometimes you got to do the long play and hope that it works out.
Yeah, and with third person and Spellfire only just coming out and third person still out for 25 seconds, the blue team starts up the Baron, and Alex Foes, I think he knows it. So we'll see. The Redemption does come out to heal a little bit here as Trish is able to get on top of Alex Foes. The Ignite comes out from Highlight as now they're looking for more to press and make even more of a lead for themselves. A little bit of a 2k gold lead. The Nami ult is nice, but a little bit too late to stop blue team, as now there may be some disagreements in the comms as some want it back, some want to continue on. Okay, there we got the curtain call coming out as Trish uses the clone to try to get out of here. Highlight managing to get out as well, but the TP is coming out from third person as John looking to get rid of some of these Barons. Trish in a hard place gets knocked up by third person, then by the Nami bubble as Trish is potentially giving up their life here. Falls. Tiltry Clinton is now red team with a beautiful bubble and knock up from third person, able to get 3 of the Barons off of Oran's Otters. And exactly even. Look at the gold.
We got a regular tug of war going on here. 1 second it's on red team, next second it's on blue team.
Yeah, there's... What is separating these teams? Perhaps a new plan for them, new recommendation unsolicited. We're gonna back after the Baron. We're gonna make sure that we secure and save our Baron buff, because unfortunately it's the greedy play of staying and trying to see, could we just took the objective, we're strong, can we continue it? Perhaps we shouldn't. Oh.
Perhaps we shouldn't.
Perhaps we Tiltry Clinton losing a 1v1 to Shades, as really there's so much separating the two in terms of damage output.
Red team going for that Drake.
Yeah.
Soul for them. Where's Soul?
Yeah,
Yep,
easily getting the Soul with 3 Cloud Drakes to their name. Okay, here we have Trish just stuck in a really difficult spot, but able to get out with that disengage using their ult and the clone. But third person looking for more here, perhaps not with the full support of their team, but Spellfire is here, ready to launch some disengaging spells. We're in the danger zone that says this game might take a while. There's been no inhib taken just yet, and yet we approach the 39-minute mark pretty soon. Okay, just wave clearing. It's ARAM mode at this point, as we've got no flanks occurring, but Julian Naughty looking for something here. If they just continue to push this wave, there's a potential to use a bush. And we've got some time before any objective, epic objectives come back up on the map.
Right, and blue team in a slightly worse position, you know, tower-wise, but not so much so in any other way, right? Like the gold.
Yeah, of course, not having soul, but this opens up, now that they've evened it up, I don't think they want to take those elemental drakes. They want the Elder Drake to be up on the map so that they can take it themselves. They can force a handshake, potentially, of, okay, you want your turrets so that we equalize on turrets, or do you want the Elder? Here we have third person going in onto Highlight. Highlight forced to ult and Zanya's at the same time as Trish stops the curtain call from Tiltry Clinton. Third person in between, in the middle of 4 of them without any help from his team, unfortunately will fall as Trish tries to get out. John, unfortunately, in a position where he was unable to connect with third person, but now is going in, trying to get back onto Highlight. Highlight manages to get away with just 10% of their HP, but the Ash will come back out onto John, and now the 3 members of the red team that are here, while Alex Foes is pushing at that inhibitor, are trying to fight and continue to distract the members of Oran's Otters. But with the siege, it looks like red has a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, and I think this might be the beginning of the end here as red pushes. If they can't push them off their base, that might be all for naught for blue team.
Yeah, and we see so many great autos and movement coming out of Shades there to get John pretty low. So Nami forced to be on healer duty for just a little bit, as we see Highlight forcing the Zanyas out of John. But will it be enough as they try to continue? But Alex Foes with that Blood Hunt is going in. The ult comes out from Trish, and in response an ult from Spellfire to disengage just enough to get their team out of the fray. And beautiful bind from Jin. As, you know, red turret is destroyed by minions. That third person was not able to fully push away from the bot lane, but still it's pretty neck and neck.
Right. And red team just not able to seal the deal on the push, you know, the final push that they need, as blue team just grows in strength.
Yeah, eventually any gold lead that they had earned will be fully equalized, and maybe even in a more equitable way across their team. There isn't really one star who's been taking all of the gold in the way that Tiltree Clinton and Alex have been taking a lot of the kill gold.
Right. I will say both supports seem to be doing really well.
Absolutely.
Always there.
Especially in Vision.
Always there. Yeah, always there, always doing Vision.
Okay, we see Julian Naughty not being bullied out of their own jungle, but Alex Foes does secure that scuttle, the Baron scuttle, just 5 seconds before the Baron starts. It's a noodle fight. Look at these HP bars. Oh, we do see a little bit of movement there, but much more in the mid lane as... Oh, we got the Warwick ult comes out onto Julian Naughty, then the zombie bubble follow-up as Tiltree Clinton secures that kill. And in return, Shades launches their own stun onto John. Oh, wow, that was pretty close that John used the hijack version of Ashe ults. Almost to the success there.
And this top laner fight, literally, they're just sitting there with each other with their Nerf swords for 20 minutes.
Yeah, exact reason why I wasn't commentating on it originally, but oh, here we have Trish will potentially fall to third person, and near the Baron we've seen another great kiting from Oran's Otters to successfully take down not only Alex Foes but Spellfire as well.
And third person just sitting there wailing on the inhib, getting that inhibitor, giving them 2 lanes of super minions.
Yeah, just a little bit of a split vision, split focuses for this team.
Right.
We see from the chat, Trish saying sick 1v1 / genuine, as third person just walking away from Highlight. No more ults coming out from Highlight to catch up to them. So, unfortunately, Ari spent... Oh, no, wait.
Can you click on how much health does he actually have? That's probably like 600 health.
Yeah, 700. It's still so much HP for that 7,700 HP champion.
Like, equals Ari's normal health.
Yeah. And here, while Red Side was not able to secure the Baron there, neither team did, and now a new objective arrives on the map, the Elder Dragon, as this is a true game ender for either side, and the game rests on a knife's edge. As Julian Naughty and Queen of Elfin look to be setting up some sort of kill bush here.
But it's all for naught. It was thwarted.
Okay, third person managing, coming behind, gets the kill onto Shades, and this may be the beginning of the end for blue team, but Trish is able to get nearly around onto Spellfire and Tiltree Clinton, but on the other side, Julian Naughty fighting third person able to beautifully push the bruisers and damage dealers away as Alex Foes gets onto Queen of Elfin. Oh, John does not survive another Darkened Blade from Julian Naughty as Alex Foes struggling to keep their health up. The charm will take their life from Highlight, as now it is 3-3 still, but blue team is a little bit disrupted. Highlight jumping in the middle of them, managing to just narrowly escape from that third person stun. Ooh, the bouncing grenade will take Queen of Elfin's life as Highlight knocked up by a Nami bubble. Spellfire takes the kill just for a juicy 400 gold shutdown, and now Trish fighting to get out of here. Will they be able to? They did have to flash away as super minions are taking their turrets. One of the Nexus turrets has already fallen to super minions, and now the second one will as well, as it looks like Zyra Zaddy's is going to secure what they had in the beginning, the lead that should have led to this. The Nexus will explode, and Zyra Zaddy's will take game 1.
Winions.
Yeah, I do want to give it to the Winions for that one. That was a real Winion success in my view.
It really was. It really was. It was a good. It was yeah. It was a bloody match. A very bloody match.
Yeah, and a lot of the damage from both sides coming out onto the tanks, onto the bruisers. Where if we looked at how much damage was taken in each side, let's just quickly go back over to here. I'll show the screen. Got a lot of damage coming out from Highlight. And obviously the kills reflect that. Highlight was able to assassinate many, members of the enemy team. But then let's take a look at damage taken. See Wukong and Aatrox taking so much damage, in spite of the fact that they are not the ones who died the most, right? And then we've got third person King, even, of taking so much damage. Alex was able to heal it all back, as we see. Oh, the crowd control. Wow, third person able to do so much CC there. And Shades as well. Look at that.
Ornn coming through with the win on that one. My God.
Yeah. And as we prepare for our next game, we are just going to take the shortest of breaks, as we want to get right back into it with a game from the Ruby League. I know you're excited for that, Mike, because
I am.
Maybe it won't be as long as these games were in the Pro League. Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll be just as action-packed. Stick around, and you will find out with us.
In a minute.
And welcome, everyone, to the first game of the night. Hello, and welcome back. When I switch to this scene, you will be able to hear Mike. When I clap my... Just kidding. When I clap my hands...
Every time every time a bell rings, voices can be heard.
Yes, yes. You knew exactly what I was going for with the hypnotism. But we are back and we are ready very soon for the second game of the night. We're going to be watching the Ruby League, which has all of our high-ranked gold players all the way up to our highly ranked diamond players who are playing in this league.
Oh, I see some new names here. I don't believe I've seen Egg to Slap before.
Yeah, Egg to Slap and a giant dog I have never seen before. Perhaps Periphery is also new. And we're about to get right into it. I know we'll soon be switching over to the draft. And here we are.
You know, it's kind of sad that there wasn't... It's kind of sad that there wasn't a Nunu that game because I couldn't scream, the greatest snowball ever!
Oh, and what do we have in the chat? We've got Highlights gifting 6 tier 1 subs. Thank you, Highlights, for that. We've got Soapy Bestie now subscribed. It's me, Snoop, Zoe Relibear, Digital Spit, Hephaestus Fire, and Pink's Coconut. Now all here.
Digital Spit. That is a name. I like it.
Yeah, it is.
It first made me think of the old book Snow Crash.
Oh, yeah?
You ever heard of Snow Crash?
No, never. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Snow Crash, it was like a Neil Stephenson's book where it actually was called The Metaverse, and it was like this, it's like written in the 80s or 90s, I think. But there was a drug that was made in the metaverse, which was like the virtual world that people went into, and it was called Snow Crash. And I don't know, it was just a book about that and the mobsters and stuff like that.
That's cool.
It was
Sounds
fun.
fun.
I don't know, weird little book. It's been 20 years since I read it.
And still the memory is strong with Digital Spit.
Digital Spit.
And we see coming out strong with the bands, we've got more Seraphine bands. We've got more Xerath, which is very interesting to come out here. That might be a personal pick for, I believe Periphery will be in the mid lane here, making sure that they do not have their tilt champion played against them. Or maybe it's for Xerath support.
And Mundo does not seem to ever make it into high elo games here at CMSA.
No, definitely not. That's a tilt champion for many of these players, as MTP does like to play Mundo though, so very potentially a MTP specific ban.
Who was the Thresh top? Was that
Pinky Soup?
Yeah, Pinky Soup. That was in I
believe it was Ruby.
Rose. Yeah, I think it was Ruby. Rose was the... Wow, I'm dead. I'm like dying over here. I was thinking it was Rose League. I was like, that's not it. I know it's not that. Ruby
Oh,
League.
Shark Attack also took Thresh top. Don't want to forget about you, Shark Attack. Also, you know, meta defining Nautilus mid, Thresh top. We've got our CMSA specials.
That's right.
And we see the Ritsu Classic on Nami. That is what I know them for sure. And in response, we've got both potentially junglers, as I think that could be a Dr. Fox Nasus jungle special. We've got Kindred against Nasus. I'd give it over to... You know what's funny is actually, Kindred is supposed to do well into the type of junglers that slow, make area zones, like Graves, like Hecarim. The ones that are supposed to be able to stick on top of you, Kindred is able to kite, use the walls. Nasus, I'm not sure, because the Wither will last just long enough to make Kindred's life hell.
Right, and it's like a 99% slow, if I'm not mistaken, right? So like...
yeah, it scales up, I believe, with levels. But, I mean, in the jungle, what do you need your E for? So you're scaling up the W pretty soon after your Q is maxed out.
Yeah. Well, and they're both infinitely stacking jungles, so...
That's true. Yeah, and we'll see as the coordination comes out. Kaisa able to... I mean, Kindred is not going to be able to provide any of her passive stacks to her, but she is one of the ones who can quickly join a fight using her ultimate. on the other hand, we've got Jinx and Blitz in the bot lane. That is a professional combo. I know that one for sure.
Right. And Oran's Otter. Wait. Oh, but it hasn't updated.
Oh no,
yet,
haven't updated that one yet.
Who are these people? This is I don't team name written down. Blue team. Blue team has picked kind of more of the pokey, healy, stay alive-y type champs, whereas red team has decided, no, we're just gonna get in there and screw shit up.
Yeah. Okay, and they're against Lads Delulululus on the blue side. Okay, we got Lads Delulululus on the blue side, and on the red side, Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association.
I knew that. Whatever.
First time out here, fired up for this game. Good luck. Good luck to you, a giant dog. I mean, you got one giant dog, namely Wolf, and one small lamb, so good luck. I hope your namesake will give you some good juice on that champion.
Is Kindred a dog?
The wolf is. The lamb is a lamb.
Oh, okay, I guess I don't really.
They are a they, plural, not singular they.
It's to me, a giant dog has no other chance than to play Nefiri or choice, but to play Nefiri or Warwick.
Or Nasus.
Or Nasus. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many dogs now in League of Legends. And as we see these come out, we've got a snake, we've got a fish, we've got a statue, we've got Cassiopeia on the red side here, and in response, Galio. That is very interesting to me, as Galio will be grounded by Cassiopeia's W, but will be stacking that magic resist. And in response to Kayle top, we've got Gnar in the top lane. I know I would not want to be Kayle into Gnar. Going up against a ranged top laner, ranged at least half the time, when I'm supposed to be the ranged top laner, I don't think so. That's very upsetting to someone like me who wants to play Kayle top.
Yeah, this is let's see, based off of, I think, early game Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association, or the INGRA, has advantage early, whereas Lads Delulululus has the advantage if it goes long.
Oh yes, absolutely. Kayle at level 16 is going to be a menace, but I think by that time it may be too late if everything goes right for INGRA. I would have to give my vote over to. I think this is in the hands of red side again. It's another red side win in my view, but I'm always happy to be proven wrong by coordination. Might be the difference here, as if Kai'Sa, if Nami can join Kindred in the jungle and stop Nasus from stacking, that could be a big difference.
Yeah, it depends on if Kindred can get her stacks, right? Galio can be everywhere, right? There's a whole lot can happen here. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Yes, and with that, we've got 3 minutes until this game starts. I am very happy to see Kindred be played, because I don't know if I've seen Kindred in the season so far, but she is well suited for this coordinated play. So is Galio, where Kindred, Galio able to create that zone of here's our last stand. We're going to CC you. We're going to make sure that we have the edge right after that happens. Of course, you've also got some really nice counters to it with Blitzcrank, with Cassiopeia, able to get those stuns off AoE and the silence off AoE. Maybe get that Galio shield off of him before it's too late. I'm really excited to see how this one works out, because each team, there doesn't seem to be a solo carry. Everyone is into the team coordination at this point.
Yeah. The I don't know. I'm trying to think. The Nami, I guess, yeah. There's a lot of knock them up and and follow through that needs to occur. But I think, yeah. Whereas, again, red team can just like pull somebody. They only need one good pull to end the game, right? Like,
Yes, and or a series of good pulls, and just as blue team is so coordinated around that circle where they want to be able to create that zone of control. Once again, the Blitzcrank ult, the Cassiopeia ult, the Gnar ult, and jumping into everyone. I mean, the only one who doesn't want to be part of that group is Jinx, and it's possible that Cassiopeia and Jinx's positioning might be the difference between red side has a very clear advantage, or red side has drafted themselves into something that looks like it's supposed to work, but ultimately ends up crossing wires.
one
On the other hand-
interaction that okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say one interaction that I don't know what would transpire is if Blitz pulled Kindred when she was in her ult. Does it pull her out of her ult?
Yeah, it would pull her out of her ult. That's
what I thought.
It's very nice to do. Gnar is able to pull Kindred out of their ult using the Gnar ult. Of course, Cassiopeia's grounding will also stop Kindred's jump. It'll stop Galio's jump. It'll stop Kai'Sa's ult. Red team just has, for every answer or solution that blue side has provided for themselves to get a little bit of an advantage, red team seems to have 3 answers. And so I don't want to jinx it by speaking too fast about one side over the other, but I do really like, I want to see how these teams play out.
Right. And like if played carefully and conservatively, I think, like I said, I do believe blue team can win, but it needs to just go on long enough. But at the same time, you've got a Nasus that's going to be permanently stacking as well. So the longer the game goes, like, the harder it gets.
Yeah, and here we are at the start of this game. We've got Lads Delulululus versus Italian Nasus's Gay Rights Association in the Ruby League. You're joining us in week 5. It is the second game of the night. We've got one more right after this, but this one is set to be a banger.
Absolutely banging.
Okay, and I'm loving this. Egg to Slap, newer in the league, I believe a sub today. And we've got Dr. Fox PhD already taking some blows from Kindred as the press the attack comes out. I really like that as the Kindred tech. Kindred could use quite a few keystones, and there are skirmishes all around already. I wanted to see Egg to Slap do something fun around those bushes immediately, but we did see the bot ward. Ritsu gets it out just in time to avoid something dangerous from Egg to Slap.
I want to know the story behind that name.
Yeah, I do too. You know what story I really want to hear? Emo loser.
Well, I think the obvious story is they're an Amumu main.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we've got already a little bit of pushing back and forth between the lanes, nothing too far, but Ritsu in a position just narrowly dodges that blitz hook. Okay, that would have been scary. Would have been setting the tone for how this lane could have gone. As we already see MTP being bullied just a little bit. Let's follow this a little more closely. As in the bot lane now, Egg to Slap falling just a little bit to Emo Loser, but not before the hook comes out to get to Ritsu, and now Black Lily and Emo Loser are duking it out, but it looks like both of them are gonna just disengage. Okay.
So I was trying to get it out, but I was yawning. The bot lane, even though he missed that hook, they still have Nami's health, right?
Yeah.
Even having missed the hook, so it did set the tone, I believe. Ooh, something's happening, bot.
Yeah, something's happening here too as the Ignite comes out from periphery onto Pest, and Pest forced to flash away as Blitz is there for defense in the mid lane, as Black Lily and Emo Loser are continuing their skirmish, but Emo Loser gets that W to proc the Kai'Sa passive and take the last bit of Black Lily's HP away.
I don't know how they can still be emo after that.
No, that's gotta be very smile-inducing as we see a TP coming in as Ectoslap is behind Periphery, stopping the dash from coming out, and now the hook after the flash. Periphery forced able to just walk away, but still, it was a very beautiful hook and blocking of that Galio E from Ectoslap.
Ectoslap really, really making a powerful presence in their debut.
Yeah, 100%.
Sneaking in behind Nami, bot lane. And Nami trying to spell to get away.
Wow.
Dodges the pull.
Really nicely done with that fake to the right.
Yeah. Ectoslap angrily hitting a minion because they missed their Q.
And let's see, as I think there's quite a lead building up for red side here as MTP is feeling the danger of being in a lane with Gnar as Kale, just misses that boulder toss, but that could have been the end of MTP there, but they still have flash, so probably would have gotten something out there. We have a giant dog coming in onto the red side. Well, red has so many wards here that they are not too worried about this gank. They also know exactly a giant dog is headed towards those Krugs. So we'll see if it gets pinged, if Dr. Fox PhD on Italian Narcissist Gay Rights Association, following the namesake of their team, is able to make something of that. Okay, a giant dog still sticking around, still on vision. Ectoslap and Black Lily just playing it just safe enough to not get ganked by that Kindred. Okay, MTP not afraid to scuffle just a little bit with King Yeti as they are looking for any CS they can before they get to level 6. Of course, King Yeti is going to be there first and gets quite a lot of nice trades on. Here we have Dr. PhD, Dr. Fox PhD, able to get this lane gank off. Does appear for just a second, but the Ectoslap hook and the Jinx E onto Ritsu does secure the kill onto Nami, but not before, you know, Blitzcrank is also going to fall to Emo Loser, giving Emo Loser their 3rd kill of the game. Kaisa is in such a good position to be able to do something here. It's King Yeti pushing MTP under their turret.
Really got to hand it to Nami too, right? Like, just keeping the heals on Kaisa just enough.
Yeah, and Emo Loser able to do a lot with that as, we see fights in the top and in the mid lane as both Pest and King Yeti are pushing their leads here. Of course, there's a little bit of an advantage. These ranged champions bullying the one melee now that Kale has gotten a little bit of range. And we see Ectoslap is here, prepared. This is the Kindred mark on these chickens, and a giant dog forced to just walk away as Blitz says, no chickens for you. Chickens are reserved for the real dog of the house. Okay, got Periphery forced to E away once again as Pest, you know, has nearly more than double of Periphery's CS at this point in just 6 minutes. Oh, danger, as Periphery does fall solo to the Cassiopeia poison.
Under turret too, that was
it's always sad.
That's asserting dominance if I've ever seen it.
Yeah. Pest, of course, our Diamond 2 player of this lobby, has quite the advantage, and we'll see, as you know, the teams are balanced to consider that, but we'll see how Emo Loser is able to potentially be the alternative there. It's King Yeti, just misses that stun on Gnar onto MTP. MTP in a really dangerous spot as the Gnar ult comes out, and at the end of this, the Kale ult does come out, but King Yeti may look for something still. It's very close, and MTP does get the transfer kill. They both get the kill onto each other as Emo Loser now gets a double kill nearly onto the bot lane. Dr. Fox PhD flashing forward, gets the bonk onto Emo Loser to take a shutdown, a big shutdown back. But Black Lily had fallen. And with that, it does seem that there's a big disparity between at least the kills in the bot lane, favoring Emo Loser's side, favoring Lads to Lulululus.
So I have a question about Galio. So Galio's passive used to be his MR was converted into AP, but it's not anymore. But I feel like people still think I feel like people when they pick him still see him as a MR tank.
He is still an MR tank because he regenerates kind of like a Kanik Rookern. He regenerates an MR shield over time. You see that purple shield that's on top of his blue HP.
Is it based off of his MR?
I believe so, yeah. And he is almost the inverse of Tarek, but he also does percentage health damage. So instead of being a support version of a tank, he's able to do that extra bit of percent health damage, do something here. Egg to Slap, once again, stopping Kindred, stopping a giant dog from getting to this mark, following Kindred around the map beautifully. It's scary how focused Egg to Slap is in understanding that, hey, Black Lily might be able to handle lane by themselves. They've got a little bit of a lane lead in terms of CS, so I am just gonna ruin Kindred's life. Look at these wards. Oh, we see the smite comes out from Dr. Fox PhD to secure that mark away, and Kindred will stay at just 2 marks. As now it's 3 members of the red team collapsing in on the blue team here in the mid lane, but Ritsu is here as Egg to Slap may soon fall. Ignite comes out and Egg to Slap's HP will go down to 0 as Periphery takes the kill with that Ignite, and now Emo Loser and Ritsu are ready to continue the battle against Pest in the mid lane for at least a little bit. All right. Here we start to see, I mean, the level gap in top lane is 2 levels at this point, but now the kill is ranged. Oh, we see Black Lily putting out those flame choppers. Emo Loser flashes right over, but will it be enough as the ult comes out from Emo Loser just to save them as they had nearly 0 HP, but the ult saves them while Black Lily was trying to conserve the barrier, I believe.
Yeah, well, I heard a barrier, so I think Kaisa used it too.
No, well, Kaisa didn't have barrier, but the ult did come out.
Oh, you're right. I swear I heard barrier. Okay.
Perhaps the flash sound. Oh, but an ult from Black Lily does head right at Emo Loser, and the kill is taken back as Egg to Slap is now just trying to bully this fish. Holds the wave for their ADC very beautifully.
Shark Week was a couple of weeks ago.
Right. Well, when you're in with Blitz, you're in the Shark tank, maybe. Oh, here we have. Oh, there we go. Periphery landing a beautiful combo onto Pest, forcing the flash out as Periphery doesn't follow with their own flash, but that is enough to say, hey, at least I've opened up Pest for a gank.
Well, Blitz is landing some great hooks. But unfortunately, just like the game hasn't been going their way once he lands them.
Yes, I think the most influence Egg to Slap has had is stopping a giant dog, stopping Kindred from being able to stack up, because otherwise, Nasus, you might know, isn't that much of a jungle bully, not really able to walk into the enemy side jungle, and if Kindred is walking into their jungle, into Nasus's jungle, Nasus doesn't really have much to say, much to do. So it's at these scuttles, it's at the only opportunities for some counter jungling that Dr. Fox is able to take, that Egg to Slap is there securing the extra bit here. Oh, I love this. Emo Loser jumps onto Black Lily as the ult comes out from Ritsu. The flash comes out from Black Lily, but it is not enough as the giant dog is here to take the kill as well. As now, ooh, a beautiful hook from Egg to Slap and knock up. The silence is going to come out and giant dog is going to unleash their ult. And the Nami bubble will potentially save as Giant Dog is able to get out with that heal from Ritsu. Wow, beautifully done.
Teleporting in from Mega Gnar, and nothing's there for him.
yeah, not much to do there as the teleport seemed to come out thinking that there was going to be a re-engage from either side, but nothing there for him, as you said.
Can we get a vision comparison on Red? Because I think Red has a lot of vision.
Yeah, especially around that. I mean, of course, it's like in the bottom side of it. Oh, beautiful hook from Egg to Slap to put Emo Loser under turret. The ult comes out from Black Lily as the Wither. Emo Loser cleanses it away and will be able to get out thanks to Ritsu's extra passive movement speed going on to Emo Loser. That was close. Of course, these hooks are coming out, like you said, but not much coming of them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they're amazing hooks. It's just like, I think stuff is happening beyond their control. You know, whether they can't see it or, you know, they just react perfectly.
Yeah, and as much as there was a big CS gap in the top lane, there still kind of is. The levels have evened out for King Yeti and MTP just at least to 1. And now, once again, we see the pings coming out as a Giant Dog is looking for this mark, but instead opting for the King Yeti, as the King Yeti thinks they have one over on MTP, but now know that a Giant Dog is following them. Okay, we'll see. They're able to make it back onto their turret as Emo Loser once again gets a kill onto Black Lily, securing their lead up to 6. Ritsu gets the bubble onto Egg to slap, and it'll get Emo Loser a double kill, and the safety of Periphery's ult coming in gives some distance between them and Pest. And now, let's turn back. Up here, a Giant Dog is withered away, not able to get this mark as they tried to go for the King Yeti up there, and instead Dr. Fox is going to take their mark away from them. Successful distraction maybe by King Yeti without knowing. See Galio coming back in onto Pest. The Miasma and the ult comes out, but it is not enough as Pest is going to fall to that ignite.
I gotta say, this Kaisa emo Loser has had some absolutely clutch kills, right? Like, like down to the like nanosecond, and like whatever the smallest measurement for a health bar is, right? Like just one little tick of health. So, either it's skill or luck. I'm not entirely sure which, but it's impressive either way.
No, I think a lot of it does come down to like very nice use of their resources. Those cleanses are coming out just in time and only on the abilities that they need to, where Black Lily unfortunately does have barrier, may have had barrier for that last one as well. It's the difference between having a combat summoner spell that is useful in that specific moment versus not being able to use it at all. King Yeti gets Mega Gnar, gets the stun off onto MTP, and that is a solo kill with that flash. Beautifully used as a Giant Dog and Ritsu and Emo Loser are trying to take this dragon. Dr. Fox PhD and Egg to slap, able to get here on time. The Ritsu forced to flash away as now Pest is cornering them. A Giant Dog just queues right back over, but Ritsu may not be able to get away from Pest. It's dangerous here as the Kindred ult comes out to try to save Ritsu, but Ritsu's just outside as the dragon is now seemingly in the hands of Dr. Fox PhD. Oh, Giant Dog coming in and is able to jump in and smite it, even though blue side loses this. Even if they lose all 3, they've at least gotten the second dragon of the game, as now Emo Loser's flash and Periphery's flash are used to try to disengage from here, but the Black Lily Jinx passive coming out, the ult just wide.
Every single time, just this poor Jinx blitz bot lane almost hitting the mark every single time.
Yeah,
I would be getting frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, but with the difference in objective takes, with the difference in turrets now, we've got red side, Italian NASA's Gay Rights Association, able to eke out a 2k gold lead over Lads de Lulululus on the blue side.
Right, when just a couple of seconds ago it was dead even.
Right. And we've got some clear contenders for what is the wall between these, as King Yeti able to secure a lead over MTP, but MTP is slowly getting towards level 16. The top lane changes have favored Kayle very heavily, as levels and her scaling is extremely tied to them. Okay, King Yeti able to jump onto MTP and get the stun off, and the R comes out from King Yeti, but MTP forced to ult, but another stun. This looks like it may be the end for MTP, as King Yeti is able to solo kill them once again.
Right, and that if the lesson wasn't learned the first time, right, the lesson should be learned this time. MTP just can't step up, not against that Gnar.
No, and not with the Trinity Force and the tier 2 boots that really stop MTP's damage. Even though they're armor boots, of course they block basic attack damage, which Kayle really needs to pump out. Okay, looks like a fight over this scuttle as Oh, Emo Loser is caught by that Blitz hook, but Emo Loser launches their ult instead to get out as Ritsu is withered. And now we'll see. Oh, Emo Loser takes the wither. And the cleanse flash comes out in order to get to safety. Ritsu trying to disengage with the bubble does not land. And the hook once again will take Ritsu back into the fight. A giant dog able to hop over that wall. We do see Kindred's ability to counter these melee area of control junglers.
Say it again, Emo Loser is just so good at getting away.
Yes. It's resource guarding that they don't need the flash or cleanse in order to get kills, so it's very good at getting them away. And we see the Rift Herald pretty securely in the hands of the INGRA in red side. Oh, the Periphery falling under turret to Pest. Another case of Cassiopeia having so much advantage over Galio. Okay, and there we go. The first bot turret will fall to Pest as the map is just a bit more opened up for red side than it is blue. There's 0 turrets taken, and Pest able to get so much damage onto a giant dog, forcing that Kindred ult out and looking for more. It seems the flash forward to get the extra movement speed, and that last E will take a giant dog's last bit of HP. Unfortunately for Kindred, the coordination works both ways. As, ooh, here we go. Emo Loser looking for Pest here. It's a battle of the carries, but Egg to Slap is here to hold down Emo Loser, and Pest will take that shutdown into their hands. No shutdown, but a lot of gold, of course, as the Ignite comes out onto Periphery from Egg to Slap. Periphery looking for something here, but Pest is too fast and is able to get away. And in the meantime, while Periphery is here, Egg to Slap is just distracting, knowing that Black Lily will be here very soon. Gets that hook back off, and Black Lily with the red buff is able to get a kill. Oh, puts the red buff onto Ritsu, but they're not going to follow. It could have been another disaster for blue side there, as the kill gap leads now to a 6.5k gold lead for Italian Narcissist Gay Rights Association. Okay, with that, we see the Baron will be up in just 5 seconds, and the Ocean Drag potentially sole point for blue side, their one redemption point, at this point in the game at least, in the Dragons. It's coming up pretty soon, and we've got so much priority coming out from INGRA. A giant dog walking in without any vision, gets knocked up. Unfortunately, this will be the end as Dr. Fox PhD gets that kill secure onto Kindred.
And that will secure Dragon for red team.
100%.
Unfortunately, death bushes are the leading cause of junglers or deaths.
And we'll see. This is the map from blue side's vision. This is the map with vision from the scuttle, from the wards, the control wards even, from red side's perspective. As what we missed there was King Yeti getting yet another solo kill onto MTP. MTP forced to use their flash while King Yeti did not even have to. Unfortunate for, I mean, I know that to be a really unfavorable matchup for Kale against Gnar. It's just really unfortunate that there are so many matchups that red side has so many answers for, especially centered around this Cassiopeia pick.
Right, and it's unfortunately
oh, look at that. Oh no, Emo Loser will likely fall if not for that Kindred ult. The Kindred ult comes out as Periphery is trying to get onto Pest, and Egg to Slap trying to get away now as Emo Loser secures the kill of Kaisa there. Oh, but Pest gets the kill onto Periphery, and then right back onto Emo Loser as they continue for more.
Angry Snake Lady presses forward.
Yes, and now Angry Snake Lady extremely fast. I know you were referencing it before, but Cassiopeia can now build boots, especially in the mid lane with the mid lane quest. She gets extra move speed from her passive instead of having the boots replaced for her passive, as Ritsu walks into the land of no vision and falls to Pest. Yeah, the Cassiopeia change has been very, very good for her. She's in a very healthy spot. Okay, a giant dog rightfully scared of Pest, as now Pest is chasing them down, and that will be another solo kill from Pest, as they are now 11-1-2. Sorry, what was that, Mike?
Said dove the turret as Cassiopeia.
Oh, it's one of Cassiopeia's greatest skills is, if you look at this build, Haunting Guys, 208 HP, Rod of Ages, 450 HP, Seraph's Embrace, a 569 HP shield, and with the Swift March boots, moving extra fast, especially when she gets her Noxious Poison, the Q, off. Oh, will this fall in time? Oh no, they didn't time it correctly, but that is okay. Oh, here we see.
You know, I respect the effort.
Yeah, right? As Pest and Dr. Fox PhD looking very dangerous. Giant Dog will need to retreat even further back onto their turret as the Noxious Fumes does land onto them. Oh, but here we have Periphery getting onto Egg to Slap. Emo Loser in danger, potentially gets the Kale ult, but is super stunned and gets that Zap from Black Lily across the map. But Emo Loser able to get nearly a double kill, just a solo. That, the Black Lily rocket does kill Periphery, and now they're looking for more as Egg to Slap is in a rough spot, but Black Lily completely healthy. And we have Pest TPing back in, potentially getting onto the backline here, but knows now that they are completely in vision. What I was gonna say is those Swift March boots plus all of that HP, Cassiopeia becomes like the ultimate, I will follow you to the end of the earth, especially because when she's hitting a target who's already poisoned, we've seen it happen. She's life-stealing off of that poison and able to continue fights even under enemy turret. Oh, here we have Emo Loser ignoring that Wither and able to get a chunk of Dr. Fox's PhD's HP. Oh, the second Wither comes out, but will it be enough as Emo Loser does not have their ult up and is not able to follow Dr. Fox into their jungle? Into what should be blue side jungle, but feels like red side jungle at the moment.
You know, red team has a gold advantage, but it really doesn't feel like it when you look at the fights.
I don't know, when Pest is here, beautiful stun. Yeah, as Pest is trying to 1v4 here, gets the Miasma out, forcing the Kindred ult out, then flashes. Oh, but we see Kindred ult coming onto, let's go back to this just for a second. King Yeti has slain Periphery down in the bot lane, but there was a total disengage from red side to protect Pest, as Egg to Slap was able to get Kindred out of her ult. Then Kindred received the Kale ult to get some extra invulnerability there. Oh my god, this has been a banger. And very happily, I mean, it has been quite an advantage for red side. Like you said, sure, it's most apparent when it's one-on-one or one-on-two. If Pest or King Yeti is involved in the fight, you can see the disparity between the two teams that is focused on, look at how much damage Cassiopeia can put out. Look at how much stun King Yeti is able to do and not take any damage in return. It's really difficult for blue side to break through King Yeti, break through Egg to Slap to get to Pest when he's so fast. We have Pest coming up on Periphery, does not land the Q, but the Wither comes out as Galio is eating away. Now the Q lands, and Pest is here. It looks like Periphery will go down for the count to Pest, as King Yeti and Egg to Slap were there just in case. And now the Baron may be in the hands of Italian Narcissist Gay Rights Association, potentially pushing their lead up to 12k after this Baron is taken.
You know, this really was a good pick into Galio, Cassiopeia was.
Yeah. Into nearly their entire team, as it stops the Kaisa ult, it stops the Galio E, it stops the Kindred Q, and then just the AoE ability to stun has put Pest in a really winning position. Scary. I don't want to be playing against Pest here.
Right. I'm kind of surprised to see an Imperial Mandate, maybe just because they were behind. I guess I can kind of see it, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Ritsu able to get a beautiful stun and wave that makes King Yeti look out of position, but King Yeti able to tank it long enough, gets the ult stun onto both Periphery and a Giant Dog, as Black Lily is here, and now Pest, looking to save their own life, is not able to, as Emo Loser and MTP were on the backline. Emo Loser in danger though, as Dr. Fox PhD is able to get on top of them. The Kale ult comes out, and now they're looking to make one last stand. Potentially the Wither comes out once again, and Emo Loser will fall to King Yeti as MTP is forced to flash away, as Black Lily still inside the base with Baron minions. This may be the end, as it's 40 or 20 seconds until anyone else besides Kale comes back onto the blue side. Black Lily just continuing with that excited. This is the end. Italian Narcissus Gay Rights Association has handily won this game as we end the second game of our night.
Scandalous.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say I saw this with how many answers they put together in this comp. It really is scary to see Cassiopeia, Blitzcrank, Gnar, that core, and they all performed. They were essentially the glue to the team. Of course, you need Jinx just in case things go wrong. They build just enough to counter or things don't go right in those lanes. You need Nasus to be there as the ultimate end game. Of course, the Wither's very important. Basically doing the other thing Blitz is missing, the slow instead of the stuns.
Right.
But they had everything. They were the Thanos comp.
And Emo Loser really did, like, I mean, really was the star of blue team, right? But it just unfortunately wasn't enough.
Yeah, not enough at all. And a Giant Dog, while we appreciated the performance, unfortunately, Egg to Slap just being able to be all up in your space really negated Kindred's ability, but it was well fought on both sides completely.
Prime example of not all lanes don't have to win, right? In order to win the game.
No, not at all. And at Blitzcrank, that was some really high level support thinking to say, you know, I don't have the levels. I can't solo kill, obviously. I am a support. But what do supports do best right now? They're roaming. The high elo supports are saying, bye-bye, ADC. I'm going to stick around the top lane. And it's exactly what Egg to Slap was doing.
Right.
Just pushing their abilities. They get level 3, of course, or they get level 5. They get these milestones, right? The power spikes. And they push it to the other lanes to say, I can't do anything, but you can if I give you just a little extra push.
Just a little push, yeah. And that's, I mean, yeah, exactly. The power spikes for a support are like level 2, level 3, level 6, level 9, and then after that, you're pretty much wherever you want to be.
And
Hello.
As we prepare for our third game of the night, we are going back to the Pearl League for one last game tonight. And before we get there, we're going to take just a short break, but stick around because we will be starting in probably just about 5 minutes or so. And we will see you very soon for another action-packed game featuring none other than DRK, Calamity Shades, Highlight, Queen of Elfan, Julian Naughty, Kazikazik, Zoe Relibear, and Gasians. They're getting streamed twice. I know they're thinking they're celebrities, and they are. They better play like it. And we'll be back very soon to see if they do.
Be right back.
And we are back, and we are getting right into it with the third game of the night that we've got draft for already started. And we immediately see right out the gate Aatrox and Seraphine bans. Of course, the Pro League loves their Seraphine bans. Now that they know, hey, Seraphine is really high win rate in Pro.
Right. And Aatrox, I believe, was in the first game, weren't they? That might have something to do with it.
Yes, I do think so. Where now it's like, hey, Aatrox seems pretty dangerous. We should not. And look, Wukong as the other one being banned out. It was an Aatrox Wukong combo, I believe.
I can't remember because I don't have the team names in front of it. I'm actually surprised that there wasn't a Zac ban with Kazik. I know that Kazik likes Zac, so that might be a problem for red team.
Yep, we've got Kai'Sa's Kittens that we're watching on the blue side, and I was just thinking, did I mess this up of who we're supposed to be watching? I don't think I did, but instead we've got Kai'Sa's Kittens versus Oran's Otters. We do have a repeat of Oran's Otters, but that is maybe to be expected. Sometimes that happens.
I don't think because you remember you asked who KK was.
Yes. Yep. I know we're on the right track now, as we've got very interesting. Oran's Otters unable to pick up the Illaoi, as Red of the South has just picked it up, and Misfortune, DRK on Misfortune, and Zac on Kazik. We've got mains coming out.
I think we lost the stream.
Lost stream.
I'm refreshing. Oh no, it aired out on it. It aired out for mine on Twitch. Sorry.
You're good. Good to call it out though, if it does happen, of course. Okay, and we've got to start out the teams. We've got bot, jungle, and top for Kai'Sa's Kittens chosen already. And similarly, potentially, as long as this Poppy's not support, we could also have Poppy jungle, Scion top, and Tristana bot. A similar draft strategy coming out of both sides here. As next on the list to ban are Xerath. Xerath as a potential for Gasians? That could be very interesting, couldn't it?
You know he's going to go Nautilus.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder why not ban Nautilus if you think he's going to play it, and if you feel it is... There we go. The Nautilus ban comes out, and we're going to see Gasians on something completely separate from Nautilus now.
Thresh?
If it's Thresh, I will be very amazed.
First play is kind of similar.
Yeah, for sure, but a lot less self-shielding. Ooh, and the Soraka ban comes out.
That's fair.
Okay. Here we have the last few picks. Let's see. Who are we saving counter pick for? It looks like we've got Syndra mid coming out for Oran's Otters, which means they are saving their support counter pick as long as Poppy's not the support.
I bet you Poppy's the support.
Could be.
Where do you think she would be otherwise?
In the jungle. She could very much jungle against Zac. Because Zac is going to be flying and the W will ground.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, Poppy also pretty good into Illaoi top, because the W from Illaoi is technically a dash, as short of a dash as it is, but being able to stop that dash from happening and grounding Illaoi if she's inside her ult, then means she can't use her W again, at least for 2 seconds, which...
I generally pick Teemo into Illaoi just because it blinds all of her tentacles.
Oh, it blinds the tentacles too?
Yeah, if you blind her, it blinds all the tentacles.
Interesting. Yeah,
Nothing inferior to an Illaoi player more.
Yeah, I would just be scared of not being able to use the bushes as Teemo, because she does have like non-targeted spells, and she'd be able to maybe find you. But instead we've got Gasians on Camille. Camille in the mid lane, which I am very excited to see. And in response, we've got Morgana coming out. So makes it a little bit more confusing. It seems like we do have support counter pick coming out on Orange Otters, and it is Morgana. Morgana into... Oh, no, not into Camille. Sorry, I'm too much in the meta right now where Camille is a support. And I'm thinking to myself, Morgana into Camille, that is very interesting. But instead,
well, I'm trying...
Morgana Nami.
Yeah, and in mid lane, you don't really have much to E off of with Camille, right? Like, I mean, you've got the little...
Yeah, just the walls that jut out to form the river entrance.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that would work.
Yeah, what's really nice on Camille is setting up attacks on the enemy jungler. But if it is Poppy, building armor is no strange feat for Poppy. So I do think in terms of, like, if it were Kindred, if it were Evelyn, something that she could put out a control ward on the pathway in between chickens and the river, like the side that doesn't have a bush, Camille could sit in that river bush and say, I dare you to walk through my lane. I'm the mid laner, I'm the guardian of both sides of this. Like, what are you gonna do?
Right, but her engages are E, right, which is a dash, right? Mm-hmm. So Poppy W stops that. I believe wouldn't Syndra's I guess that's her ult. I guess that, what's her CC?
Her QE sends the ball out. Sends any balls that she can touch within range out in a straight line.
I feel like that would stop that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, but of course Camille is a pretty scary champion with how she moves. She zigzags. It's hard to tell how she's going to arrive at you.
That's right.
And she has the little lollipop feature where it seems I'm always of the mind of, no, that didn't actually hit me. Spaghetti code is happening right now. And there's no reason why I should have been stunned by Camille. But with Camille E-Flash, with Camille being able to lollipop and move kind of jut out at the last second, it's a really scary pick, and I'm excited to see how Gasians handles it.
Well, and the Morgana Black Shield's going to be useless against it, right? Because she's AD.
Yeah, it'll stop the stun, but it won't stop the damage.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. I think I lean slightly towards red team winning this, Orange Otters, just purely based off of team comp.
Yeah, once again, there is the element of, hey, there are so many answers from each of these champions, whereas it seems like one team has built a strategy surrounding, get on top of them, hold them down so Misfortune can ult. That's their strategy, and it's pretty single-faceted, it seems.
Right.
The red side here has almost the counter strategy of, we're all going to do damage, and we're all trying to negate Zach from jumping in on us. We're trying to negate Camille. We're trying to stop Alawi from being able to successfully use her ult with all of the movement and stun and lockdown and grounding that red team has. I would say I agree with you. Orange Otters has a little bit of the team comp advantage just to start.
When you're probably going to have Sion split pushing, right? Like just continually. And they don't really have, I mean, I guess Alawi could match it, but Alawi doesn't want to match. She just wants to split on her own. So I don't know.
I mean, Alawi will likely get some first blood or some advantage in lane where Sion doesn't care about that. Sion's playing a completely different game that is all about health stacking. And it depends on, we do see it actually is Poppy in the top lane and Sion jungle for Julia Naughty. We'll get right into it as we are now starting the third game of the night. We're back in the Pearl League. It's Kaisa's Kittens versus Orange Otters. Got Poppy top versus Alawi. That changes my opinion a little bit. I think Alawi. No, I guess it doesn't. I think it stands. I think red team still is slightly in favor, team comp wise. Yeah, I'm interested to see whether, because Zekazek is able on Zach to disturb Sion's clear. Not really sure how great of a clear Sion has, especially, upcoming. Sunfire Cape is going to be nerfed. Its damage against monsters is going to be nerfed, and where are junglers who just recently joined the jungle like Scion or Cho'Gath. Ooh, here we have Gations immediately going in for a stun onto highlight. Scary.
Well, I was just about to say, I don't know what to expect out of a Camille mid, right? And I would suspect that Syndra doesn't either.
Yeah. That highlights on Syndra is saying, what just happened? Why did she just ignore the wave and attack me?
Right.
And I'm happy to see DRK in this game. He has been practicing a lot as well, I know for sure, but against Calamity Shades, I think they are quite a match as two very dedicated ADC players in the Pearl League. And with Zoe Relibear and Queen of Elfin, who I've not seen, perhaps a sub today. Ooh, beautiful double up. Oh, there it is.
Well, just
as you said, highlight, able to get the nice trade onto Gaijin, stopping the E's advance onto them.
I wasn't sure how that interaction would work.
Oh, Zoe Relibear jumping up into the fray, gets a few stacks of that Tristana bomb onto them and hits DRK in the process. Okay, we see both junglers finishing their first side clear at about the same time. Very nicely done by Julia Naughty to keep up with what is a traditional jungler there. Ooh, Trish getting some beautiful stun onto, and a ground onto Red of the South to stop that spirit of Nagakaboras from dying. Oh, and here we have Shades getting onto DRK with that jump. DRK forced to flash away, but Shades does get the reset on their W off from completing that E. And now Queen of Elfin launching the Q right back at Zoe Relibear. The Dark Binding connects, and that's quite a bit more damage as Zoe Relibear is forced to heal. No summoner spells used on Ornn's Otter's side.
Well, if you notice, there's kind of a farm disparity mid lane. I guess on top lane too.
Yeah, it's the difference between having a ranged mid laner versus a melee mid laner. Once again, it's pretty similar to what we just saw in the last game. Is now, Trish does get out of that pretty sticky situation without falling victim to the curse. And here we have Kha'Zix's first gank getting onto Queen of Elfin, but Queen of Elfin able to flash and heal away as Trish now in danger. Gets cursed, and Red of the South flashes after, and that grasp proc, or the Conqueror hit, is actually enough to take Trish's life in first blood.
Flash for flash.
Ooh, here we have both junglers just about at the mid lane. Highlight in danger as Kha'Zix is here. The Q from Zac and the Ignite coming out from Gaijins. This Highlight is able to flash out of it, still having their Ignite. Gaijins forced to flash away before they get ignited in response. Okay, danger avoided, danger cleared, as not too much happening around the map besides that solo kill in the top lane, which, I'm surprised to see went to Alawi as, Shades in a bit of danger, forced to barrier out of there as DRK is able to just simply walk up with that W and get a few autos off that put Shades in a really desperate situation.
Wait, but you were surprised it went to Alawi?
I am, because I think of Poppy as quite a nice counter to Alawi, that she stops Alawi from being able to be close to her tentacles with her E. She grounds Alawi through the W, but if you get hit with the E's as Trish has been doing, and Red has been able to connect these Alawi E's onto Poppy, it's really dangerous. But here, this is really good positioning of the wave by Trish to stop Red of the South from being able to do something. Narrowly avoids that E, and now the stun comes out, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. That is how, if you're Poppy, you want the lane to go as you continue to push this big wave into the turret, while Alawi now, it's very diveable.
Very diveable and very almost dead.
Yeah, and now that's Poppy hitting level 6 first. But Alawi gets level 6 as well. Let's see. The E onto the turret and the R, and that is it. Trish, successful dive from Poppy and gets out with that solo kill. This Highlight very beautifully negating these Camille's.
Yeah, all top lane, right? Top lane kills. Top lane brings it back
Gets killed
home.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there we go. We see Kha'Zix going for another gank angle here. Sees Shades. Shades able to buffer that W to get out of there as Queen of Elfin Black shields herself to avoid that Zoe Relibear bubble. It seems there's a little bit of split attention here from the bot lane and the jungle, and they are not able to focus on just one target. Instead, Shades and Queen of Elfin will make it back safely to their turret. And we've got Julian Naughty on Sion trying to start up this Drake. Of course, fortunately for Sion, not a lot of damage coming out as these autos are a little puny just with the Giant's Belt coming from Julian Naughty at the moment. But in time...
He's getting it. He's getting it. They're completely... I mean, it's not showing up on their mini-map, right? So
they should know that the dragon isn't in the pit, but red team, thanks to Shades and Queen of Elfin, able to get the first Drake of the game.
It was almost another kill top lane.
Yeah, the curse would have been dangerous there, as Red of the South did pop their ult, and now Poppy Trish is in a situation of just try to get these tentacles away from their turret, but now there's no danger of that ult coming out from Alawi.
Right, and Alawi is kind of hanging out near a wall there, so...
Yeah. Oh,
get the
here
angle.
we see Red of the South able to get the W off on the turret without Trish responding with a stun. And we'll see as there's a little bit of a CS gap in both the top and the mid lane and the ADC lane, though it's reverse each way. Alawi down in the top lane for the blue side, then Syndra up in the mid lane for the red side, and then DRK on Misfortune there. But here we have Trish looking for something here. Red of the South is out of mana. We'll see if Trish is able to do it with the little mana that they have. Just throwing these Qs at Alawi and maintaining their shield. But Kazik is here for a gank. Lands onto the minions here. Unfortunately, does not connect the Q. And now, as Trish retreats into the backline, Red of the South has just enough mana for a W, and Kazik pops the Zac ult. It does not connect, unfortunately, and the Poppy W stops Kazik's E, and it's a full runaround that Trish has been able to successfully get back to their turret safely. Wow. Very well done by Trish to avoid what looked like certain death in that alcove. And Kazik, not deterred, is going to go for the grubs. And successfully already taken one, as Julian Naughty and Highlight are now here, looking to stop the damage. And Kazik gets the second one, but Gaijin's able to quickly get out of Julian Naughty's unstoppable onslaught, that Sion ult, as Sion instead will take the last of the grubs, making sure that blue side only gets 2.
Yeah, this is, I gotta say, it's not going as I expected. Sion got first dragon.
Ooh. Here we have the Queen of Elfin ult does stop Zoe Relibear from being able to get out of there, but the Misfortune ult in response leads to Queen of Elfin forced to use both of their summoner spells to get out with just 25% HP and relinquish some of the prio they had earned in this lane. Oh, we love the noodle fighting as Red of the South and Trish are just trading blows here. Not much damage coming out from either side, though. Ooh, that E from Alawi getting blocked by that minion. It's unfortunate.
I think Alawi's learned not to stand near walls, right? So I think, which makes it a lot more difficult.
There we go. With the help of the minions, it looks like they're going to get that curse off onto Poppy. And now, this is potentially another plate for Red of the South up in the top lane.
Alawi's just so good at pushing, even though she's behind in farm, right? Still knocking him
the
into
ult comes out, and Trish is in danger as, Red of the South flashes forward and tries to go for a Q, but Trish will get hit by that tentacle, and now the turret is attacking Red of the South. Red of the South makes it out in time, and now it's just a détente. Julian Naughty going for a gank onto the bot lane. Zoe Relibear narrowly escapes what could have been a fatal Morgana Q, and lands a beautiful bubble onto Julian Naughty and Shades to disengage and save their ADC from what could have been a really scary dive.
Right.
All right. Back in it. Look at how many tentacles are up here in the top lane. Scary.
It's so hard as a Poppy, right? Like you got to go up and you got to auto attack, but when you don't know where Alawi is, that can be scary.
Right.
That can be a scary undertaking.
Especially
a big angry octopus woman.
No vision for red side in this side of the map. You don't even know if Zach is around. Of course, now they're about to know. Ooh, highlights. He managing to stop both Gaijin's advance and Kazik is now struggling to get in as pops the ult, and now with the ignite onto Highlight flashes out. The E comes out from Zach, and the auto will be enough to take Highlight's life for their first death of the game, as Queen of Elfin and Julian Naughty are just a little too late to help in this battle. Oh, Kazik stunned here, and we see Julian Naughty's unstoppable onslaught come out, but Kazik is able to get the E out back safely to their mid lane turret. And there we go. Red of the South looking to cut Trish off. There's a bit of a vision play happening here. The stun does not land onto the wall from Trish there, as now it's just a waiting game trying to wait out this curse. Now Red of the South seems to be in a losing position after having gotten around Trish there.
It's like
in the bot lane.
Yeah,
we've got the dragon being started by Sion, and now the bot lane is here as Kazik is hiding in this tri-bush, looking for the right moment as Gaijin's is the first one. Nope. Gaijin's and Highlight are both here. The unstoppable onslaught comes out. Oh no, it doesn't. Shades falls to DRK's ult as Queen of Elfin tries to disengage with their ult, but is forced to run away. Now red side looking a bit down as it's a 4v3 with Morgana down. Red team gets the dragon as Zoe Relibert is not able to keep Julian Naughty and Highlight stunned. Queen of Elfin going for a Q. Just trying to disengage as Highlight potentially looking for something here too far. The misfortune autos and ults are doing so much work as Kazik continues the rampage. Kazik will fall as Red of the South has TP'd down. They're looking for something here. DRK gets that press the attack onto Julian Naughty to secure the kill onto Sion, but Shades is back and Red of the South seems to be in danger. Gets killed by the Sion passive. And now Highlight looking for a little bit of extra damage even though they are low themselves. Wow, what a messy battle, but still they're looking for more each side.
That Camille has blood on the mind. Right?
Yeah, I mean, losing the Drake there in spite of having more people, that's a frustrating one for Gaijin's, who was able to move so quickly to the dragon.
Bormelian in the chat saying about Sion, the off-meta demon.
Yeah, the off-meta demon, able to use their smites successfully. Julian Naughty, I think playing Aatrox jungle, playing Sion jungle, it's the maybe X factor of confusion of, okay, what is it supposed to do? Right. And what it does is it takes the Drakes, apparently. It's got an objective lead.
Got an objective lead, and as he's growing, as if it were, right? He's getting more health. Just finished his heart steal, it seems.
Yeah, and a little bit of a CS lead over Kazik, who does have a few more successful ganks. Of course, Zach has easier angles to get in these lanes than Sion, but if it doesn't lead to objectives, then perhaps what happens here is the unstoppable onslaught comes out. Queen of Elfin launches their ult onto Red of the South, and Nilawi is forced into a desperate situation as they are stunned in place, and Trish will take that kill thanks to the gank from Queen of Elfin and Julian Naughty.
That's a lot of people top lane. Leaving bot lane wide open.
Right, but Shades playing it very safe, sitting under this turret. Let's see if Zoe Relibert is able to push and do something here, as Highlight is now looking to cover the bot lane. The bubble does land, but DRK is not there to follow up on it, and good thing, because Highlight was just there waiting in the wings, potentially there for a counter. And we've got Julian Naughty and Queen of Elfin starting up their Herald here.
So, which it makes it their third objective secured. But Zach jumps in bot lane, lining on Highlight. Highlight getting knocked up and just getting knocked out. Misfortune ulting and taking out Tristana.
Yeah, beautifully done as a counter gank to Highlight's rotation. Kazik able to save Zoirella from what could have been certain death and get a double kill that will lead to the first turret taken for blue side, now evening up the turrets taken. Just 16 minutes in, the gold is dead even in spite of the objective difference.
Right, and the kill difference, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on here. Looks like the majority of the gold on DRK, right? On, if I'm not mistaken, DRK is Misfortune, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. DRK on Misfortune with just the tier 1 boots, not even necessary to upgrade just yet. We see, oh, Trish able to take so much of Red of the South's HP away with building full armor. And there we go. That'll be Red of the South 1v1'd by Trish 323 as Poppy dominates this lane. And with just 35 seconds before the Infernal Drake comes, this could potentially be sole point for red side. We'll see if they are able to. This is on the bottom side of the map where DRK has a little bit of the advantage. It's tilted almost to be top and bottom side of the map rather than red side, blue side. As we're going to see Trish take this turret up top, but no TP. They will not be able to help with the dragon here. Of course, neither will, well, potentially Red of the South can TP in, but we'll see if they do.
Right, and Sion, is he the Dragon Master? We're about to find out.
Yeah. Okay, Queen of Elfin guarding that bush with her life as Highlight looks to take a little bit of the vision here. Trish backing to potentially join in this fight should it last long enough. There seems to be just a little bit of a dance. No one wants to make the first move as the dragon is started by Zoirella Bear to try to get onto Queen of Elfin and potentially move it to a more favorable spot for them. We see the unstoppable onslaught come out from Julian Naughty as Shades is forced to W away from Camille, and now knocked up after knockup after knockup. Julian Naughty at just 10% of their HP left. The Queen of Elfin ult comes out, but it is not enough as Zoirella Bear will fall to the burn coming out, but instead...
Sion, yep, I was just about to say, Sion recalling with no health. Unfortunately, Zach seeing him and eeing onto him as everybody chases after Zach for getting that kill. Ooh, red team paying dearly for the chase, but...
Yeah, Orin passive being able to get onto DRK and get that kill there. Gaijin's looking for Highlight is pushed into him by the Poppy E, and Shades instead is going to help secure the last kill onto Gaijin's. And now, with that, we've got one jungler up on the field. Will Trish and Shades be willing to fight Kazik for this Infernal Drake? Doesn't seem so.
I was... like the chat, I was very impressed that Sion got away, but unfortunately he was recalling on a ward. And that right there, that is proof that wards are OP.
Yeah,
Zoirella the enemy than...
Yes, absolutely. The vision is king here. Where, I mean, it's a choice to back so close to where the dragon fight was happening. Trish here going in onto Kazik, not caring that they may be in a 1v3 situation, popping that W to get a little bit of space away from Gaijins and DRK, but Gaijins and DRK are able to get right back onto Trish as red team has taken the Infernal Drake in the meantime, earning soul points. Of course, they lose a member of their team in that fight in the distraction, and potentially they're going to lose this turret up top if Red of the South is able to knock it down.
Oh, it's Alawi though. Oh, Queen of Elfin coming out.
Yeah, scary enough. I've seen this one before. Queen of Elfin, you gotta get out of there. I've seen third person, actually, one of the first games I ever cast, a Morgana trying to 1v1 third person on Alawi. I thought I was about to see Deja Vu. Gaijins, okay, gets just out of the turret time. Red of the South, managing to knock down this turret as Shades and Queen of Elfin just clean up the rest that are waiting.
By the way, I know it happened a little bit ago, but I don't think we talked about soul point occurring. Sion securing this is third soul point.
Yeah.
Soul point.
Yep. Absolutely.
There's a lot going on.
And
a lot going on for a while.
Yeah. And it's just 3.5 minutes about until what is potentially the soul, as the Infernal Soul will be arriving, and blue team has to make a choice. Are they willing to keep the Baron up for that, or are they going to try to make a double objective play for it? Got interesting plays coming out here as the gold is almost dead even. Of course, there's a slight advantage in power to the red side with the Hextech, Mountain, and Infernal Drakes on their side.
Right, and with it being Infernal Drake, does the blue team really want to give up the extra damage that Infernal Soul will give? Right? It's
No.
time. You heard it here first.
Okay, Gaijin's able to get this 1v1 onto highlight, but the ignite and the minion damage will equalize as it is a 1-for-1 in the bot lane.
Minions strike again.
Yeah. Minions are great Avengers.
In certain situations.
Okay, Trish able to get onto DRK with that flash E. The W will stop Kazik from being able to get too close. Zoe Relibear will flash away, but it is not enough to get out of Queen of Elfin's R. The Dark Bindings will keep her in place, and that is potentially the opening that red team needs to start the Baron. We'll see if they do. They've coalesced, they've gathered around it, but they are not starting it, as Red of the South and Kazik are suspicious that they may. The Unstoppable Onslaught comes out onto Kazik. They're trying to go in. They pop the Zac ult, and will it be enough? They are being chased down. The Poppy E stops any further jumping away that Kazik could have done, and the passive will soon be deleted. As Red of the South is still continuing this fight, gets the E off, and the Illaoi ult comes out. This is a dangerous situation for Red. Oh, but the root will stop the Illaoi from jumping at least, but it is not enough, as Julian Naughty is soon going to feel the tentacles wrath. Gaijin's instead trying to chase after Trish, will get onto the DRK, is able to kill Julian Naughty there, as Gaijins gets the kill onto Trish's Poppy. DRK just hiding away from Julian Naughty, neutralizing any chance of red team getting the Baron there.
That was a whirlwind. I think both teams got more than they bargained for.
Yeah, and both teams perhaps not focusing on the objective or on going together as a group, and being split off. A little bit of a distracto vision happening on both sides.
Just doing some standard wave maintenance here on the blue side.
I love the mid lane builds. However, I feel now that Gaijins is off of Nautilus, we're seeing almost a 100 CS gap between them and Highlight, where it has Highlight is able to build utility, is able to build damage. Gaijins, unfortunately, only able to build the damage side of things and is relying on just being in the ambush zone in order to get something. Zoe Relibear, unfortunately, kept in place by Queen of Elfin for so long to take half of their HP through the Nami. Highlight getting a beautiful disengage onto Kazik. The Nami ult comes out and just goes right through the breadbasket as Illaoi pops her ult. Kazik coming in. Queen of Elfin lunges her ult as well to try to start binding. And Zac will be sat in place, as now the first one to fall will be Kazik, and this dragon looks like it's going to be in the hands of red side as Gaijins falls as well, and they continue their siege as Julian Naughty begins headed towards us. Oh, but it's a beautiful ult from DRK to get the kill onto Highlight, but Shades is here, gets the reset. Will they go further? Trish is looking to be the guardian here, as the dragon may soon be started by Oran's Otters to secure Infernal Soul and spell what could be the objective that makes the difference for this team.
That misfortune ult can be so demoralizing sometimes, right? When you
you
see your whole team's health just depleting in seconds.
Yes. Unfortunately, I do think it was by choice for some member of Oran's Otters, because when the misfortune ult started, wasn't really connecting to anyone, but the bloodlust in some members of Oran's Otter's eyes said, I need to walk through the bullets in order to get to my target.
We must go on.
Yeah.
But you know what? It worked out. They got soul.
Yeah. Unnecessary sacrifice, maybe?
Yeah, it costs a little bit more.
Yeah. Still, that soul will push them into a really good position to fight around the Baron, as Red of the South does have TP, but is pushing in the bot lane. Trish, on the other hand, headed towards the Baron, and we'll see if Julianotti makes it here. But Gaijin's trying to engage onto Queen of Elfin will be rooted as Highlight gets another stun onto both Zoe Relibear and Gaijin's, forcing the flash out of Camille. Queen of Elfin hitting quite beautiful binds that lead into the setup from Highlight, that lead into what could be really beautiful unstoppable onslaughts, those Scion Rs.
So I'm not fast enough to read it, but every time someone kills a ward, something in yellow comes above their head.
Yeah, it's this error that says like add value. Oh, we see
add value? Okay.
Trish getting a solo kill onto Zoe Relibear through the 1v3, pulling Highlight and Queen of Elfin off of the Baron, while Shades and Julianotti continue. Highlight's able to kill DRK, which pretty securely should get this Baron in their hands, but they're continuing to fight it, and blue team steals it as they've just allowed the Baron to fall into the hands of Kazik. Oh no. While they have gotten a 3-for-1, the Baron is now on Gaijin's.
More importantly, Alawi is pushing bot lane with a bunch of minions and Baron, right? So
yeah, scary.
Syndra comes up to do something about it, but we'll see. Oh, she's just gonna recall. Okay, but they got the turret.
That's the danger of the split push strategy. Is it may seem like it's going to lead into something, the split push, but Highlight is able to clear and control waves in a way that many other mid laners are not. And Red of the South, melee champion on Alawi, perhaps not able to do as much in that solo environment 1v1 as they would be in that team fight.
Your own minions will hurt you.
Here's Red of the South being stunned by Poppy, then by Julianotti with the knockup, then rooted by Queen of Elfin, but is knocked to safety by Trish. Perhaps maybe a misclick of holding the R just a little too long there.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, and with that, we still got Baron on just one member of the blue team. Only Alawi possesses the hand of Baron.
Be honest with you, out of all of them, that's the one that I would want it on. If you know what I mean, like,
yeah,
she's the one that's going to be doing the strongest pushing.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We need to get her in the lane though in order to use it. Of course,
That's
Baron
fair.
may soon be an objective of the past, as it's just 2 minutes until the Elder Drake, the true game ender of these games, arrives on the scene. We'll see Queen of Elfin just wide with that Dark Binding as DRK and Zoe Relibear manage to dodge. Okay. Red of the South versus Trish once again. Will the Hand of Baron make the difference for Red of the South? As now in the river, there seems to be quite a few skirmishes. Trish does have TP. Not willing to leave this lane to the Baron empowered Alawi. Does dodge that E. And we'll see. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds until the Elder. But Red team is gathered around the pit, making sure that they have the advantage here. But looks like Red of the South will need to pop ult in order to get an advantage here. Does get a little bit of damage onto Trish and some healing from those tentacles, but it's seemingly not enough as the curse comes back out onto Red of the South. All of that healing comes out. It's crazy. And let's see. Trish able to walk. Oh, but the flash W able to secure the kill onto Poppy.
But unfortunately, Baron ult has expired.
Yeah, no more Baron buff for Alawi with these minions, and Queen of Elfin is the only one here, as Highlight is just on the way to begin clearing these and securing the priority of this lane back from Alawi. Oh, sorry, Relibear flashes away from what could have been a really dangerous situation. Queen of Elfin trying to 1v1 Red of the South up here. Let's see what happens.
Deja vu for you all over. It's a
yes.
Quote Yogi Berra, it's deja vu all over again.
Yeah. Red of the South respecting the Morgana will back on that ward, as it's just 30 seconds until the Baron, until the Elder Dragon, and Red of the South does not have their TP up just yet. Kazik looking for a quick pick as Gasians tries to get onto highlight, but is disengaged upon. Gasians ult comes out here, and Gasians will fall as Shades is there, able to get some damage there. The Misfortune ult at times with the Zac ult and the Nami ult does get so much damage onto Shades and highlight. Queen of Elfin Flash, R's in, tries to get onto Zoe Reliver, lands the root, but Misfortune is able to get the kill onto Morgana as they are now trying to pump out the damage. The Nami bubble will disengage enough from this team as Red of the South is getting priority in the mid lane, and let's look at that. It's Scion, less than half health. Shades, less than half health. Highlight in no position to fight. Only Trish is healthy, but neither team wants to start the Elder.
And I just want to say, we all laughed at this Scion jungle, but he's gotten just about every objective except for, I think, one of the grubs.
It's true. I didn't laugh.
Well, I guess
that part's not true. Yeah.
Well, we all. Okay, I was laughing.
Yeah. I'm just joking. Okay, we do see sizable health bar on this Elder Dragon. Both teams are going to need to find a situation where they can get at it as Red of the South knocked into this, and it seems that Julian Naughty and Shades are here with the extra bit of damage, and Red of the South will fall so fast to Shades' damage as now they're looking for more. DRK walking back to the safety of their team. It's a 4v5 as all 5 members of the red team are here approaching the dragon. They have wards. They've already preset this up. They understand exactly where blue team is headed. While they don't have vision on them at the moment, they just got a little bit and they start up the Elder Drag. Let's see. Kazik looking for the opportunity and Zoe Reliver holding her ult. We'll see how she's able to do it. Trish tries to knock Zac away, does not land. Zac goes in with the E, does manage to get inside the pit and steals the Elder Drake, and Misfortune able to get the ult off. Now Trish in danger of dying. Zoe Reliver will fall to that Morgana W, but Kazik and DRK are able to pull out so much damage now that they've stolen the Elder Drag. Gasians able to get a bit of slow onto Julian Naughty, and now Shades, Queen of Elfin, and Julian Naughty are forced to run with their tails between their legs as with Red of the South coming back up. Wow. Danger for the red side as they've lost another objective to Kazik's smites.
As Alawi teleports top to try to knock that tower over. It's got that, what's it called, the overgrowth on it to give her a nice powerful hit.
Yeah, we'll see if she's able to get there in time as the teleport comes to a wave that is not fully developed, but she is given an open lane. No one's responding.
Syndra is, but she's might be a little bit late. Nope.
Oh, now we've got Shades coming up here too. The true damage onto Red of the South as they pop their ult, but they are rooted by Morgana. We'll see if they're able to get on. Shades pops the Buster shot onto Red of the South as Highlight manages to get out with just a little bit of their HP. Of course, Alawi, not present for the Elder Dragon buff, did not carry it through death and was not able to secure the kill on the Highlight. That is real danger for the Baron here as while blue team does get the Rift Scuttle, the Baron Rift Scuttle, it's scary for red side to be here with the Elder Dragon still looming.
It's unfortunate the blue side didn't have anything they could have taken while Alawi was doing that, right? Like the dragon wasn't up. There wasn't really anything they could do during that fight.
Yeah. And of course, they have the Elder. They want to be scrapping. It's just the one member of the team who did not possess the buff who ended up in the scrap. Okay, DRK trying to play it safe, knowing that there is essentially a kill bush back there with that ward. They may end up losing. There's about maybe 20 seconds left on this Elder Dragon, and it doesn't seem to have done much good for them besides taking it away from the red side.
And Alawi is running back into the fight, so they may look for something here.
Yeah, it seems like it's ARAM time as we are venturing past the 35-minute mark and into the oh gosh, what do we do territory that I am all too familiar with when there are such conflicting thoughts and maybe not even an understanding of are we ahead or are we behind?
Right. When, if you look at the gold, it's pretty close.
It is pretty close, but if I were on the blue team, I might be thinking we're not as strong as we are.
Fair.
Which,
Yeah, 'cause
scary.
last few fights didn't go
Okay.
as well.
We've got warding happening all around the Baron as both teams approach. Nearly all of the members of each team are here or pushing priority into the lanes as Crisis Kittens opts for the mid lane push. Oh, DRK gets rooted. This could be dangerous as Highlight is able to get the double stun into the unstoppable onslaught, and DRK will fall to Highlight as Kazik tries to go in. The Alawi ult is popped, and Queen of Elfin is trying to get a massive multi-stun here. Does get 3 people stunned as Highlight is able to get the kill, and with Julian Naughty onto Gagens, Queen of Elfin does make it away, and red team it's nearly a full ace as only Kazik is left, and they have lost no members of their team on the red side. You might be thinking they could end in the top lane. Instead, Shades, Julian Naughty, and Queen of Elfin call for the Baron in spite of the massive wave that's sitting there in the top lane. Okay, but the Baron will do wonders as well as long as they use it. Let's see, as they still have some time with gray screens for the blue team here.
Yep, they could go.
No, let's reset. Oh, I love it. We're gonna have more banger League of Legends awaiting us here.
Anybody have teleport up on there? Nope.
No, and I wouldn't teleport here either way. Teleport needs to be saved for the massive team fight that's about to happen.
That's right.
And I know it because in 1 minute, we've got the Elder Dragon returning to the Rift. And so, Alawi, free to push out that priority in the top lane. We'll see as it's 1 minute until the Elder Dragon is here, and Queen of Elfin beginning to set up the wards here. Gagens looking for something here, but unfortunately gets stunned by Poppy, then into the unstoppable onslaught as Shades takes the kill. Zoe Relevere forced to put a disengaging ult out, but then gets stunned by Trish, and she will fall as well, as it's now only 3 members of the blue team, and red with Baron and beginning to siege.
Yeah, with that Baron, this should be the game.
Yeah, we'll see if they want this inhibitor. The Elder Dragon is in 30 seconds. I think they can take the game here, but we'll see what they're willing to do. Okay, the Alawi ult comes out to try to get a little bit more damage, and the Misfortune ult to take some part of Julian Naughty's HP, that quite a lot. So Queen of Elfin goes with their ult, not enough to do the final blows from DRK, but Highlight able to get the stun out, and Trish will get the stun onto DRK under their turrets as Kazik is on the back line, but not able to do enough damage, and red team has secured the first Nexus turret, and the second one is soon to fall as now only Gagens is here left as some members of the red team are beginning to hit the Nexus. It is over. Orange Otters will take the final game of the night with Baron. No need for that Elder Dragon. Oh, wow. Hi, Quark. What did you think of that game? That was very close up until the end, when all of a sudden, the red team pulled so far ahead. Just constantly winning fight after fight after fight. And only Kazik could stop them by stealing 2 of the most important objectives in the game.
Right. That really turned it, like, at the very end, right? Like the Baron steal and then the
Elder Dragon steal, yeah.
Yeah. That was a good game.
Well, we see DRK put so much damage out. The 11, 5, and 3 Misfortune, of course, they set it up all around Misfortune ults, but the Soul, like Bormillion is saying in chat, did so much work that game. And finally, the one Baron that they could take led to, okay, we get a pick on Gagens. Okay, we get a pick onto Zoe Relevere. And that is enough to win the game for them.
Right. Yeah, that Gagens, I can't remember if he had the sight over the wall or not. I think he did. I think he thought he had a pick, and it got turned around so fast.
Yeah, unfortunate. Of course, next week, we may be able to see Gagens back on Nautilus. The proud Nautilus mid main. I know they are proud to identify with that. So next week, Mike, are you excited? It's going to be nearly the second to last week of CMSA, and we're going to know a lot more about who our kill leaders are and our winners.
Yeah, week 6, right?
Yep. It'll be week 6 next week. And you can catch us here on twitch.tv/CMSA esports. Catch us in the Discord, constantly playing new games, new leagues. Sign up with us. And, of course, subscribe. Follow us here. Catch us Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, to watch more League of Legends.
Remember the other leagues. There's other games we play too, right? It's not just League of Legends. So if that's not your thing, sign up for something else.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have you, and we'd love to see you again next week. Keep tuning in. And thanks all, and have a good night.